Okay.
Today we're gonna review. Y'all heard Miranda Ray's album?
No,
Oh,
but I know who
this
she
this
is.
is perfect then.
I
Oh
have
yeah, oh
not,
yeah.
but I've met her because she does the
The
game
game
night.
night on Wednesdays.
Oh my gosh,
It's
yes.
lit.
I follow her
Yes.
on TikTok. I actually dropped in her DM because I'm
Ooh.
famous for that. So Miranda Ray, check your DM, my girl, because I'm trying to get you at an event.
Watch this. You know I love when you hold me. It's like the 1st of July, you're my summer breeze. Console me while you hold me. It's lit. Nobody love me, touch me just the way you do. Yeah. Hope you won't need me now. Just promise that you hold me down. It's lit.
Infatuated by my medication, I go crazy. If you separate us, don't rush when we could take it slow.
It's lit.
That you won't let me go.
It's lit.
If you take your love away,
It's
I
lit.
promise I'll never be the same. Ooh.
It's lit. You know I love when you hold me. Like the 1st of July, you're my summer breeze. It's lit. It's lit. It's lit. It's lit.
Comments the evening with the toast. Whistle you roll, don't rock the boat. Don't go drowning where you can't swim. My body shaking, I see it in your eyes.
It's lit.
Let me hit that blow once or twice. Open up my mind, what's going down tonight? Money fine in that candlelight. Don't go nowhere, I'ma make it mine.
It's
Let me
lit.
just live in your energy. Let it all out and all over me. Keep up the tempo, I feel the beat. You set the vibe, we gon' honor it.
It's lit.
Commence the evening with the toast. Before I make love, I like to smoke. Elevate with you, you the co-pilot. I got air mileage, plenty road.
It's
Don't
lit.
you be shy, the pace is slow. Candlelit vibe, the sage in your eyes. Been laid up on mine, I'm grazing your thighs. And start to look down.
It's lit. I wanna get to know you better. It's lit. Make you smile through any weather. Yeah. It's lit. This is a gift, my love. The only one I'm dreaming of. It's lit. Got what I want, nothing like before. I'm gonna love you till the break of dawn. It's lit. Fulfill my needs, tender and so sweet. We go together like a pork and bean. It's lit.
See it coming. How we make something out of nothing. No.
It's lit.
Parts of me, my love. Now my heart is filled with joy. Ooh.
It's lit. Got what I want, nothing like before. I'm gonna love you till the break of dawn, baby. It's lit.
The vibes.
That was dope.
Make you want to go to the cookout real quick, right?
Yeah.
Smooth, right?
Super
Smooth.
vibe. I think
It's
the,
lit.
the third one you played was
The third one was a favorite, right?
yeah. That was
It's
good.
lit.
Moscato Nights.
They're all like really good. It kind of like she kind of has like that sultry like Neo soul. flowetry.
Yeah.
Neo
But that's what I
soul
love about it.
vibe. Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
homegrown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you don't hear that a lot around here. Like I told her and Art B, I was like, you guys are real
Oh, I like
singers.
him too. He's really good.
real singers. Like y'all can
Yeah.
hit riffs, you hit the notes, and y'all could clearly come from the church.
It's lit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
What y'all
right.
like about the 4 songs I played?
The beats for one.
Yeah.
Like you can the melodies. I don't know. Like
I feel like it sounds good at your type of events. Like if that was in Quincy.
Oh, 100%.
All white night? What?
It's lit.
All white night? All the adults show up, no kids, no YNs?
Oh, I was already placing it at events when I was listening to it. I seen the whole band and everything. Like as I was playing my fake eardrums, I was like visualizing the event.
She's fine.
She has a beautiful voice.
You like it? You like
Yeah,
it?
She really does. Big up to you. Big up to you. Keep pushing, girl.
Shout out to Miranda Ray.
Shout out to Miranda Ray.
How's
and
y'all
check
week,
your DM.
It's lit.
Look for that DM. The alley-oop. Happy Sunday, ladies.
Yes.
How you guys? How are you
Sunday.
ladies? You queens? Y'all came in here extra, moisturized.
It's lit.
Shea butter mommies.
Had
you know
to.
what I mean?
Had to.
You know what I mean? How y'all doing?
I'm pretty good.
Y'all look good.
How
Y'all
you
look
doing,
good.
King?
I'm positive.
Got your melanin popping out here in these streets.
Working hard.
You know.
Listen, if you ain't working hard, then what you doing it for?
Hardly working.
You feel me?
See
Like,
y'all
come
out
on.
here grinding.
I gotta
This is
work
good.
hard if I see Diane over here putting on fucking events every motherfucker.
Literally.
It's lit.
What the fuck?
Literally.
I be trying to catch up.
Right.
She got trap bingo. She got trap soca. I'm like, hold up, like it's everything. And your shit be looking like a vibe too.
It is.
It is a vibe.
Nah,
I
it
can't
is
lie
a
about
vibe.
that.
If
It
you
is a
haven't
vibe.
been, you're
It is
missing
a
out.
vibe. It definitely
Genevieve,
is.
talk about what you represent. I know you represent the other Boston. Right?
Yes.
It's
I'm
lit.
Genevieve Angelique, founder of the Other Boston, established in 2016, has gone through many iterations, and I'm still figuring it out.
Okay.
It's
Um,
lit.
At least you trying still. There's
No,
a lot
for
of people that give
sure.
up. There's a lot of people that give up.
Sometimes I really want to, because I'll be like, why am I doing this?
Nah.
And Diane knows, but I moved away a couple of years ago.
Really?
Like
What'd you
five.
move
This girl
to?
moved everywhere.
I
Where'd you
did.
move?
I moved to Houston first.
It's
What was
lit.
his name?
No, it was for me. The Lord. The
Okay,
Lord sent me. I went.
Okay.
I was
okay.
following my
was Jesus.
right.
God took you to the south.
I went to Houston,
Okay.
and then I was in Jacksonville, Florida, and
Yo,
then
Jacksonville's different. I've lived in Florida. I mean, hold
what
on.
part of Florida?
Orlando.
I loved Orlando.
Orlando is great for the women, I think. Women and families.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're a single man, you don't want to be in Orlando.
No.
Really?
Everything is family oriented in Florida.
I felt like Jacksonville was very family.
Yes. And like if you're a single man, that shit's boring. Like,
I feel like single men belong in Miami.
no,
like,
I don't want to be in Miami.
No.
I don't want to
You
be
know
in
what's
Miami.
funny?
You might get
No
more
way.
No,
than
seriously.
what
Nah,
you're
because
looking for.
I'm not a clubber. I don't club.
Yeah.
I don't club.
And
I
when
don't
you
drink.
live in Florida, it becomes like I think people up here they just think of Miami, like
Yes.
South Florida.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's
When
not.
you think of Florida, but when you live in Florida, it's
Yeah.
very different vibes.
Totally
It
different.
is.
Everything
It
is
is.
Yeah.
far.
My
Any
best
girl-
friend lives in Florida, so I'm there very often.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
word?
lit.
What part?
She lives in southwestern Florida, Port Charlotte.
Okay.
Port Charlotte? I never even heard of that shit. Hold on.
Yeah, it's by Sarasota.
Oh, she on
See?
the other
yeah,
side.
Yeah, she on the other side. All I knew was Orlando, Kissimmee, Miami,
Fort Lauderdale.
Jacksonville.
That's the east side.
Anything on that
Yeah.
line? Like
The
I know I
East
was 20
Coast.
minutes from Disney World or Disneyland.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is. You know.
Disney World.
It's lit.
All of them. There's like
Land
5
is in
parks.
Cali.
Yeah.
There's like 5 parks. There's one that's downtown that you can go to anytime you want. You don't have to pay to get into it. And they got like a hot air balloon that you can like pay $30 to go up in. I'm not doing that.
Was that Icon Park?
No. That was at Disney.
Oh, it did.
That was at
Okay.
Disney because at Disney, in Florida, you have Disney and you have what's the other
Universal.
one? Universal. Listen, Universal, not my speed.
You know, I never went to
Not
any
my
of the parks.
speed. Huh?
I never went to any of the parks while I was there.
Really? Why
Really?
not?
I don't know. Every time I planned it, it just didn't work out. But
You're not really
oh,
like a
man.
Toys R Us kid.
I'm not, but I love a beach.
It's lit.
Oh,
So
now you get in the water or you just put your toes in it?
Before I got to Florida, I got on the water, but the Florida waters are choppy.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah, they be
Yes.
beating you up. I was
Yes.
like, let me
It's very
sit on the
different.
beach.
Yeah. It ain't my type of speed. I don't
Nah.
get in the water anyway. I just walk
I
around
go
the
up
beach.
to my calves.
Really?
Yes.
I'm scared of the beach water. I don't know.
I don't play with it.
Like,
I
I
don't
don't
play
go
with it.
further
I don't
than
think
that.
people respect the water enough.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They
And
ain't
what's
see
in
our
it?
ancestors.
And what's in it?
I don't even
They
know.
don't respect what's in it.
I just-
Okay. The wildlife.
It's
The
lit.
wildlife.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. Shout out to you in the wildlife. You love the wildlife. You ever go on vacation and like do snorkeling or something like
Hell
that?
no.
Never?
No.
But you love the water?
No, I'm a
What?
Scorpio too.
What's
We
that
go
mean?
Deep in the water.
What's that mean?
That means I'm a water baby.
Okay.
It's
What's your
lit.
But
sign,
no.
Genevieve?
Jesus, but
Oh, Jesus.
I don't really do the signs. But if we gotta do it,
Wait, how you don't do signs? You don't believe in when you was born?
I mean,
Okay, now let me
subscribe
get
to
into
it.
this. Let me get into this. Why
I
don't you
just-
believe in astrology?
because why?
Why not?
I
Tell me
think.
why.
Well, I think you can believe in it if you want to, but for
Right.
me, I don't let it like.
So when were you born? Because that's how I could figure it out.
Oh Lord, I mean November 7th.
I don't know what that is. Was that Scorpio? Or
Big Scorpio, baby.
That's why y'all get along. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't say you don't believe in signs when your bestie over here. You know what I mean?
I feel like I can get along with most people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Scorpios, yeah, y'all look good. Y'all look good. You know,
You're supposed to be our people. Don't do us like
I'm
that.
a Taurus.
I know
Like,
you are people.
But like I'm guarded.
You are.
I'm very guarded. I don't care.
You're a
Like,
bull.
Yes, and I'm not taking no bullshit.
Pun intended.
You feel me? But I feel like, you ain't got to really believe in astrology, but it's good to be aware of it.
No.
I'm aware of it.
I feel like this, like the everyday looking in the paper for your horoscope thing.
No, that's not real.
That's not it.
That's for the white people.
Damn.
That's for the white people.
But I will say your sign tells a lot about who you are.
Yeah,
And
and
I'm pretty
energy.
good at
And energy.
picking up like on the type of people.
I mean, you a
that
mom
they
too.
are.
Like that's something like you inherit.
Yeah,
Like the moms, y'all always, y'all have like that intuition. I feel like y'all have the intuition after the baby.
Yeah, well,
Think about it. Think about
it's
it.
a different
Hold
type
on.
of intuition.
It's intuition. Intuition
it's a
is
different
intuition.
type of intuition, though. When you have a baby, but as far as like the whole sign thing, I'm just really in tune. Like I know I could feel people's energy.
Do you feel like once you got
sensitive.
older, you started like having your own sense of what you want to believe in?
What you mean?
So like we had my guy Mike Mack up here, and he's a person that was able to have a conversation with Shea because he grew up Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, okay.
Right. So to me, I'm always confused because I'm like, I don't know nothing about Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't know nothing. I only know the Christians. I know the Catholics be touching the kids. Like I don't even know.
dang.
It's lit.
Hey, it's true.
That is lit.
It's true. It's
That's
true.
crazy.
As
you
we
should have
get
dropped a bomb for that.
as we as we get older, I feel like a lot of the things we grew up believing, even like Genevieve said, like if you want to believe in that, I respect it, but it's not a part of my ministry.
It's
Right.
lit.
That's what I learned to say. It's not a part of my ministry.
Love it.
Urban political correction.
You feel me?
Not a part of my ministry.
So Genevieve, what made you move it back?
The Lord.
The Lord? So you just follow God. All right, you grew up in the church?
Yes and no.
Okay, tell me.
I mean, I grew up in Haitian church, but I'm
That's still
like,
church? Hold on.
It's lit.
Hold
not the
on.
one I went to. I wasn't really feeling it.
Here?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I really feel like there's other, like, Diane knows a little bit more, but there's like a lot of like interpersonal and familial things happening. But I didn't
What do you
plan.
mean? Tell me. Hold on. I don't even understand what that means. What you say that? word
Meaning
again?
I have family
I'm over
issues.
here like, what?
Right. I'm so sorry. I'm being bad vague. Long story short, I didn't plan to come back.
Okay.
Like I had went to Curacao after Florida. Like I was like gonna do this whole expat situation or whatever.
Okay.
But ended up coming back about a little over a year ago.
Okay.
So it was completely unplanned. I didn't think if I did come back to the States, I didn't plan to come back to Massachusetts. Like I was like done with it.
I feel like I'm not gonna say I feel. I believe a lot of the women are moving back because there's more opportunities for you guys back here now.
There's
Like,
a lot of resources and opportunities in Massachusetts.
and a lot of
I
black
mean,
women are women.
As much
I
as we
agree.
complain, like there's
think-
so many people living in other states that tell me all the time, like I
We're
wish we
entitled.
had those resources here.
We're entitled.
Like
we got resources that we don't even use. Like I said,
Oh, for
I be
sure.
telling the artists, like
100%.
you got Berkeley right down the street, and you don't utilize none of the
Right.
kids that play instruments.
It's
Like they'll
lit.
play it for free,
Right.
and they'll play it for $50 because they fucking college
right.
kids. They broke.
I think people just get intimidated, and Jen and I were having a conversation about having the know-how.
What you
and
mean?
people just get intimidated with actually doing the work to kind of figure out how to reach that particular audience that you were talking about. Like they're sitting here like, how do I do it? They
Right.
would prefer to have somebody else be like, hey, I got a couple of kids here from Berkeley that will sing in your background or whatever,
Right.
opposed to them trying to figure out how to do it
No,
themselves.
you're right.
you
You're
know?
right. Do you feel like you ran into any obstacles when you were trying to do your events out here in the city, or just in the state? Because you do them all over. Hold on.
It's
We're
lit.
gonna
It's
minimize
lit.
you just to Boston.
Hello, somebody. That is my ministry. Okay.
Now you a doc connector. I always give you your flowers. Like,
It's
even when I
lit.
connected you with Tony,
Appreciate you.
like you always, always try to put on for people and give
He
people the
does.
opportunity at least. You know what I
He
mean?
does.
Appreciate you.
That's
Thank
why
you.
I
Thank
never,
you so much.
I never listen to the naysayers that complain. If I hear you complain, I know you're not in tune.
Right.
You're not in tune with the community, and like I always tell people, you got to feed the ecosystem. If you feed in the ecosystem, it'll feed you back.
Right.
That's true.
It's lit.
If you out here
That's
bitching
true.
and complaining, it's because you ain't out here giving back.
Right.
You out here taking, but not
Right,
giving back.
yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
So everybody else's cups is half full.
There's a
but
lot
your
of
shit is
pocket
full.
Very
gougers, too.
transactional
A lot of
here.
pocket gougers.
What's that?
You know what I'm saying? Like they could see you moving, see you got some motion, and opposed to them actually thinking about the bigger picture of connection and feeding the ecosystem, they'll probably try to run up your pockets and charge you $1 zillion for something that they just did for free for clout.
No, you're right, and I think we're popular with that. Like even
big time popular with
shout
that.
out to Kelly Nicole. She came yesterday and she was saying like, Boston is a weird community, and she was like, but I want to speak on it. I was like, no. I want to hear your perspective because you're not from here. So she was like, the people here, they're kind, but they don't speak to each other. And you guys don't really like deal with each other. You guys don't like kind of try to put each other on. I was like, yeah, that's Boston in a nutshell.
It is. And it's sad. It's really sad. And even when you try to work with people, it leaves you so frustrated. It's just like, okay.
The frustration is part of the journey, though.
It is. Like and I've learned just like how leaves bloom and dry and drop off
come through with the poetry. Come through with the haikus.
I've learned
the metaphors.
Okay. Listen, I've learned to just embrace my tree, and whatever leaves fall, they fall.
Oh shit.
It's lit.
Hold on, where you find that on a bumper sticker? Hold on. That was crazy.
I'm about to put it on a t-shirt.
Yo, you should. Let the leaves fall where they may.
That's it.
Oh, put that in the May, month of May. Hold on, I need to get my coins off. Hold on. Let me see. Give some shout outs to people that you guys see out here in the community doing something.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Even you too, Genevieve.
All right, Jen, you want to go?
Anybody. Just show anybody out.
I'm going to shout out the Hustlers.
I was about to say her. I don't know her personally, but she's been doing her thing.
I'm going to shout out
the Hustlers.
Yep, the Hustlers.
Okay. Shea Entertainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Hustle List.
Hustle List. Okay.
H-List. Like
H-List.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go follow all these people.
The People's Connector.
Okay. Yeah. People's Connector.
She posts events.
She's dope.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Red Shades because Red Shades has held me down for years.
Shout out to Red Shades. She's always out here in the community throwing her own workshops and everything.
First person to ever buy a t-shirt, and even when I was out in Houston, sent me an email like, "We miss you, sis," and I was like,
fire.
Yeah,
makes you feel like thought of.
Yeah, for sure.
Keisha the Entertainer for bringing on some dope individuals.
Shout out to Keisha the Entertainer.
Yeah, for sure.
Who else I got?
DJs that I deal with on a consistent basis. Shout out to DJ Dex. He just got married yesterday. Had the first wedding day party. Yeah, Dex and Polka. Big up to y'all.
Yeah, shout out to Dex. He's always been out here in the community, yo.
He has, and he does a lot for the music scene. I was just telling him that, like, yo, I'm gonna give you your flowers because you do a lot. He plays a lot. He breaks a lot of music.
Yes, he does.
He has broken a lot of music.
And there's not a lot of good DJs out here too. Like, hold on. Some of y'all DJs be doing way too much, hitting way too many drops instead of letting the music play. Y'all see the girls busting the wine. Don't stop the music. Let them bust the wine. They came out the house. They got babysitters. Let them enjoy their fucking selves. Don't be on the mic shouting out your mans that you rode in the car with. Hold on.
Right.
What the hell we doing?
Shout out to my girl Kat at Above Greatness events. We do a lot of work together, you know? Yeah, Kathleen.
Kelly?
I call her Kat.
Shout out to her. Shout out to her.
Yeah, she's one of the baddest decorators.
What about any businesses in the city? I'll give it one. Shout out to Hugh Back Bay, Rob and them.
It's lit.
Every other month I see them, mixing and mingling with crowds. Like I see celebrities, like I seen Victoria Monet and other people coming there. And to me, I'm like, that's still a great,
dope.
acknowledgement.
It's very dope. It's very dope. I actually met Rob, I think when he first started. I was modeling for this was years ago, like before my son was born, so we're talking like 2009.
Okay.
I was in a runway show with I don't know if Kenny's still around. I haven't seen him in years.
Okay.
But
was it over there by Emerson?
No, it was at the Ritz.
Okay.
And I think that's when Rob had first started, like in entertainment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Pure Oasis. I see them out here prospering.
It's lit.
Giving nothing but indica back to the hood. Got these niggas on sleepy.
Definitely. Shout out to that brand too. I don't know him personally. I actually just dropped him a DM too. Check your DM. 456.
456. Oh.
It's lit.
Shout out to my dog, Nice, man. I like Nice because
he's doing a lot.
He's one of the dudes from the hood. Like,
he's moving community in a different way.
I can't speak to how other people know him. Like for us as men, we know each other before a lot of these people, embark on different journeys.
Correct,
you know what I mean? And when I see somebody from the older generation out here putting positivity out here through trauma, because you have to give a little bit of ignorance for people to listen.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to have a little bit of medicine in the candy that you're giving to people. And he'll tell you like, I think we made the wrong things cool. Like, when people hear that over beats, it's just mantras. That's all music is to me. You know what I mean? And when you hear it over something, and if you get a head bop, you're actually listening to it. You know what I mean? And for Nice, I know he posted his mugshot on his IG page before. And if you look at what he is at now, pushing nothing but positivity. He had a pop-up shop yesterday. I know he has another pop-up shop on 425 this month. But I just like seeing people out here put the work in. And everybody out here giving back. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And he's ignoring the bullshit too. That's the good thing. Like, he's acknowledging the people that are telling him to pick sides. Right? And he's always posting in his stories or on his profile like, yo, I don't care what hood y'all are from. None of that shit matters to me. Like, if you still acting on that frequency, I'm not even paying attention to you. And you kind of need that, especially if we're all out here trying to feed the ecosystem, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't want to feed it with no negativity. Like, I bring rappers on our podcast, but I always tell them, like, yo, we're not doing none of that drama shit. We're not going to be talking about none of that killing shit. I'm not going to promote none of your killing music because I'd be a hypocrite.
It's lit.
I don't want to be.
That's real.
I don't want to be, fucking up the same community that I'm trying to build up. And I'm not saying gangsta dudes aren't welcome, but the way you act out there ain't welcome.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's why a lot
I'm
of us
big on that too. Like, even with me doing trap events, like, I think, people really just see how I move and how I carry myself, and they know better.
You got good energy though.
It's lit.
I think that's, I'm going to speak for me personally, right? As a black man, I love seeing black women that smile.
Oh.
Right? Because we don't see it often. I'm going to be real with you. We don't see it often. Like,
thank you.
Because Show will tell me, like, yo, I don't know what women you're around, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, you're not around the same people, bro. You're married, right? So
It's lit.
you're not in the same spaces as me.
Right.
So you don't see how some women, it's not all, but I know some hear what I'm saying and they be like, oh, that's not all women. It's like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it feels good when you see a black woman's event and you come to it and she's smiling versus some of the women that's kind of like not really paying you no attention, and they might be doing a whole bunch of things, so you give grace. But if it's like, you take the time out to come to somebody's event, you want them to at least come over to you and say, yo, thank you for coming.
Right.
I appreciate
Acknowledgement.
you. Yeah, because that's all we want. Nobody really even, we want the money. Hold on. We want the money. But we want the acknowledgement because it makes you feel appreciated.
It does. People don't realize how much gratitude, how far it goes.
A lot.
It goes so far. Just saying, you gotta allow your ask. You gotta allow your thank you to be as public as your ask.
It's lit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, just say, and I say thank you, honestly, to all my patrons that have certainly kept the brand going.
Mm-hmm.
I picked back up last year after having a hiatus for 5 years since
I was
COVID.
like, you got to come back. Hold on, what happened?
Well, COVID happened, and then, I pivoted, and for me personally, went into a different career realm, into healthcare now. So, I'm a first responder as well. So
thank you for your service.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Shout out to all the respiratory therapists and ECMO specialists. That be me.
What did you learn from your job that you kind of you implement into what you do with your business?
You know what? It was actually the other way around.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Because I come from a background of client and customer service, just professionally, before I made the transition. And then also my business allows me to deal with people in the public.
Yeah.
So when you're dealing with somebody face on, like your pivot skills got to be crazy for customer service.
Impromptu.
Woo.
Yeah. Work on the fly.
What? Especially when you're having an event with hundreds of people, you're the main go-to. You know what I'm saying?
Do you be drained at your events? Because I feel like as a photographer, videographer, I be drained. End of the night. I be drained when I get home.
Towards the end of the night.
Because I'm like, you're exchanging so much energy with a lot of people. You hugging people, you dapping dudes up, you telling people's kids stop running around before you fall and shit. Hold on.
It's lit.
You know what I mean? But it's like, it's so draining, but that's what I mean. Like, just acknowledging people kind of fills up your cup, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
It does. And people just having a good time. For me, like when I sit back at my events, I just had my Soca last event before I took a quick break before the next big event that's coming up on May 16th, Soca Bingo.
It's lit.
Shout out to Sorrel and Lime. Shout out, to KP.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to them doing their thing in Dorchester. Okay. That's where Soca Bingo was. And
how was that? Was that your first Soca event?
Fire.
It was fire.
That was Soca. That was the first Soca Bingo. I've done Soca events before. I've done Soca and Paint because y'all know who the first one is to urbanize paint nights.
Okay.
Act like you know.
Okay.
I don't care what brand's out here, and I'm standing on 10 and I'm saying it.
What's the best thing to do with paint? Is it trap music, soca music, or no
I don't know.
music at all?
People vibe regardless.
Do you have like a
it
DJ?
Depends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a
For
playlist
bingo?
or something.
I went to
no, just
both.
any of them, any of the events.
Oh yeah,
Like trap
absolutely.
bingos.
There's a
Okay.
live bingo, a live DJ.
Yeah, there's a live DJ. Like I like because before it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was sipping paints, and that's all they were called.
Really?
Yeah, and they had like the rock and roll
shit,
music
yeah,
playing
you
in
do.
the background.
Now that you're saying that, yeah, because I remember they used to do it at Sipping Pain at Fire and Ice.
Yeah, that's all they did.
Yeah,
but
you're
Diane
right.
Vivian Productions. Okay, back in 2015, 16, 17,
Okay.
17, said, you know what? Nah, we're gonna do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up with the Bean Trap and Paint.
Okay.
And that went crazy.
Okay.
First event in total, I did 2 sessions. First event in total, I probably had like 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, I had like 400.
What's the hardest thing that's it's not difficult for you now, but what was the most difficult thing for you to deal with at your events when you were doing these things? Because I know, because at Boston events, a lot of us like to stand around in the corner. We're not going to act like we don't do that shit. Y'all sit in the corner, drive all the way there, pay a ticket to sit over there on your phone in the corner on Snapchat.
Well,
and I'm taking shots.
That's a lot of shots, too.
I'm taking shots.
But you know what the difference is with my events?
Yeah.
Majority of my events are interactive. Very rarely do I do straight parties.
Okay.
Very rarely.
I feel like the parties is cool, but like everybody does a party. Do something that's unique to where
all
you can
interact. All of my
interact.
events are like interactive.
Yeah.
So like I did the paint nights, trap and paint, soca and paint, R&B and paint. The kids skate and paint that I had partnered with Shea.
Skate and paint too?
Yeah.
Shout out
we
to Shea
actually
Vu's.
bringing something back. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to the whole family. Shout out to the Swear family. They just had a major... Talking about shouting out businesses. Hello, Shea Vu. Hello,
Big Shea
the Fam
Vu.
Bam.
Big Shea Vu.
Yeah, Big Shea Vu. Big Derek over there
Yes.
handling business. Yeah, carrying the legacy. Yeah.
Yo, Shea Vu's been around
And
for
then
years.
Pop over there in the kitchen, with smacking.
Yes.
Yeah, they over there doing their thing.
No, there's a lot of food companies out in the city too. Like shout out to Everybody Gotta Eat.
It's lit.
Yep. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Manny over there.
Yeah. Shout out to Tasty Shays.
It's lit.
Shout out to a lot of food.
You know what's my new spot? My Mitch.
Okay. You heard about it. I haven't been there yet.
Genevieve. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. The candy yams with the collard greens and the smoked turkey.
The trifecta. Candy yams, collard greens, mac and cheese.
And if you don't like meat, there's the veggie rasta pasta.
Ooh,
I thought they were Trini.
That's what I'm saying. It's a Trini restaurant.
Oh, but they do like
It's Trini soul food.
Oh, okay.
Come on,
Yeah.
hey.
I love the fusion.
Get the
You can't go wrong with the fusion. There's another one too that who just told me about? Was it you? Sensational. Somebody just told me about Sensational.
Okay.
It's south of Boston, and I believe she is a Haitian soul food fusion.
Okay.
Wait, that might have been me. Is that the one Italian and Haitian?
Yeah.
Ooh. Italian Caribbean.
Yes.
It's Italian and Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok, but I think they have like a they don't have like an actual place. It's gonna be a takeout right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
the Peach Cobbler Factory coming to Boston.
It's lit.
Peach Cobbler Factory.
Yeah, when I was in Florida, there was a black-owned chain called the Peach Cobbler Factory. So if you like sweet, so all types of peach cobbler. I think they also
Love
do ice
that.
cream and other things like that.
Okay.
And I was on TikTok just the other day, and I saw that they're opening a spot in Boston downtown.
Okay.
I was
It's
like,
lit.
I'm gonna pull up.
Listen, I think this is the best time right now for us because there weren't all these cultured spots in the city growing up.
No,
like
for sure.
none of this shit was here, in my
Right.
opinion. Like
Right.
you just only have like Flames, a few places in the hood,
Right.
a few Spanish spots in the hood that got the cat on the bread. You know what I mean?
It's lit.
Like, we're not gonna act like we don't come from
done.
culture. You know what I mean?
But that's what I love about Massachusetts because you're not finding this everywhere.
Yeah.
One of my colleagues that's a respiratory therapist, she's from South Carolina.
Okay.
And when she came up here, she was like, oh my goodness. She was like, first of all, what are Cape Verdeans?
It's lit.
Yo, listen.
Like, they don't know. Like, she's like, you guys have every single cultured restaurant here in the city.
We're what do they call it? A melting pot?
We're a
Yes.
melting pot.
Yeah.
It's lit.
However,
Big melting.
the public image, that's not what people
But that's why I need people like yourselves to speak up about it, right? And
I do. The microaggressions are real though.
No, I agree. But my thing is like you got to speak about it out loud, right? Because
Yeah.
the same way people will speak about Genevieve and Diane behind closed doors, I'd want them to say it out in public. You feel me?
It's lit.
Don't just tell me
Please
that you
do.
support her behind closed doors.
Right.
Say it like
Yeah.
out here so that way she could see it and acknowledge it.
Right.
Because her seeing and acknowledge it or you seeing and acknowledge it is going to make you want to put the battery in somebody else's back. Like
Right.
you gotta boomerang that shit.
Which is why I
You do.
started the other Boston. 2016.
Okay.
I went to school in DC. So
Okay.
I came up in DC.
What school you went to?
I went to Howard.
Oh, yeah, big house.
Yeah. So my
big
college
house.
experience was very different from people who went to school up here.
How was it going to college next to the fucking projects? I seen it. It's next to the hood. I've
I
been
was
around.
also
I've been
next to
around.
embassies too. Okay.
Perspective is amazing.
You know what's
isn't
crazy?
it?
I realized I have a habit of just doing things sight unseen because I went to Howard sight unseen.
Really?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
only applied to HBCUs.
That's that
and
Scorpio
then,
in her.
Yeah, you just
And
gonna
then-
throw something at the
yeah,
wall.
and
Open
then
stick.
I think I got into pretty much all of them, but Hampton and Howard were my top two.
Okay.
And I remember Hampton. Sometimes the way I make decisions is crazy.
What was your major?
Psychology.
Okay, me.
But
Shout out to
Hampton,
you. I was social psych.
yeah, I ended up
Yeah.
finishing at UMass Boston, but I was at Howard for
I finished
a few
at
years.
USF in Florida.
Okay.
That's why I went to Florida.
University of Florida. Yeah,
Okay.
but I remember Hampton wanted $600,
Oh, really?
and then Howard only wanted $200. So I
Oh,
was
so
like,
you was going with the Howard.
right? I
You
was like,
feel
I'm
me?
going to Howard. That was literally it. But I'm grateful that I didn't see it because I think if I would have went to
probably wouldn't
visit,
have
I
went.
would have. Because this is like Chocolate City.
It would've
Yeah.
skewed
Like now
your
when I go to
opinion.
DC, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, it's not the same.
I can't believe how many white people I see in DC.
So I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of black people are mad about like gentrification, but to me, I think it brings the violence down. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Like y'all be out here,
But it
busting
also
guns.
waters down the culture.
It's gonna water down the culture if the culture isn't gonna put back into the city or the community. The same way black people here had Nubian Notion growing up, right? Now we have all these other stores growing up. We had Nubian
True.
Notion at Ruggles. We had Nubian Notion at Dudley Square. That's
Yeah.
what do they call it now? Nubian Square?
Nubian.
Yeah.
But some people will be like, all right, I'm gonna sell my business and move out of state. But then complain about the same ecosystem that they abandoned.
I agree.
That's why
There's
it's
pros and
accountability.
cons to it. Like it's not
accountability.
all negative, just like it's not all positive.
Exactly. You're gonna see some bad fruits and vegetables here and there,
But
but that don't
DC 's
speak for the
crazy.
majority.
Like DC is insane.
I
haven't
still
been
love
in
DC.
years.
I
haven't been
still
in
love
years.
DC. The only thing I don't like about DC is the museum,
Which one?
the Black Museum.
The African American
I don't
history
like it.
one.
Why don't you like it?
What?
All right, I'm a little biased. I don't think white people should be allowed in black museums.
I'm done.
I don't.
I mean, they need to learn the history too.
No, they don't.
I need to take some
No, they
water
don't.
on that
They're the
one.
reason why
Bye.
we have the history we have.
It's lit.
They're the reason we have the history that
Yo,
we have.
Sam is on one right now.
Keep it in the buck. Yo.
It's lit.
I think there's things that are gate kept. The same way they got sundown towns. Why can't we have a sundown fucking museum? You ain't allowed. Why? What's wrong? Why? This is my thing with black people.
Might have to cheers to that.
Why do we have to always allow everybody into our culture?
It's lit.
We don't.
That's true.
No, I agree
We
with
don't. We can
gatekeeping
gatekeep
certain-
our
That's
shit.
true.
Yeah.
We ain't got to gatekeep information, but shit about us, we should just keep to us.
I feel like that about TikTok
What you mean?
with Ave,
Okay, tell me what Ave is.
African American Vernacular English.
It's
Oh
lit.
shit, you hit me with some real shit.
Yeah.
Even Diane was like, "Girl,
Yeah, no, but like black
That's
linguistic.
Jen for you. That's
Yeah.
Jen. It's my girl.
So it's annoying to see, right now they got like you the birthday.
What's
right?
that?
That's like you like the main character, you the birthday.
You the
But there's
birthday.
so many remixes
oh,
of it. Like you
okay,
see it
okay.
online. Anyway,
Okay.
if you go online, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
But our lingo now it's called like Gen Z lingo, and it's not Gen Z lingo.
no, it's culture.
It's black lingo,
Yeah.
but it's like I think with the gatekeeping, right? I feel like
I'm gonna go in on you, Jen. Hold on, go
What do
ahead,
you
go ahead, go
mean?
ahead. I want you to get your shit off.
what do you mean?
I think the same way for men, right? All right, so put it like this, like say basketball in the hood. We don't mind anybody coming to play, white, Asian, all that shit. But if it's a black only league, blacks only. You ain't gotta let the one white dude in because he got a nice jumper, right? The same way women, y'all got the black Zumba classes, right?
It's lit.
But y'all
True.
got the white shorties in there shaking ass and fucking doing tribal dances. What the fuck is we doing?
Let
Fuck
me
is
ask
we
you this.
doing?
How do you feel about other cultures, Jen? I'll refer this question to you. How do you feel when you hear other cultures say "pop off, sis"?
Oh shit. Oh
Say
yes.
that.
Yes.
Not to you, but in conversation.
Yes, they talk like that.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
I almost said something to somebody.
Yo,
Yeah.
listen.
It's
That's why I
uncomfortable.
fuck with
I had to
Diane.
remember where I was at.
That's why I fuck with Diane because
I
you
was
gotta.
like,
you
what
ain't
did
gonna.
she just say?
You ain't gonna say it, but you're gonna look at them so that way they
Yeah.
know,
I
like, yo.
froze. I ain't even gonna hold you. I froze, and I was like, "What?"
And that's why I think they. I'm not gonna say they're too comfortable, but we make them too comfortable.
That's what I mean about the
It's lit.
gatekeeping, the lingo. I
that-
even feel the food too because you're
Okay.
starting to see it with oxtail.
Oh my god.
We've seen it
What?
with
Oh, man.
plantains.
Big time.
Really?
Right now, I think it's sardines, like, you know, like the canned fish. Like, what's her name? Fishwife. I keep seeing that all over my TikTok. I'm like, 4 cans of canned fish for $40.
Damn.
Crazy.
Yeah. 4 cans?
I don't eat sardines, but the point is, like, you know, foods that were
each.
$4 for the 4-pack.
Oh, for the 4-pack.
That's still a lot, though.
That is a lot.
That is a lot.
For 4 cans?
Yeah.
Hold on. Wick out here. Hold on. You ain't give me for free? No, that's expensive.
And I mean, I don't eat sardines, but, you know, even when you think about in the food space, a lot of things are being gentrified.
Yes.
But also there's a lot of good things happening too. Like I see a lot of people like remixing soul food and like making it healthier and like creating all.
And I like that.
Yeah.
Like keep the same stuff that we like, just making it a healthier way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just trick my taste buds for me. And I don't got no problem with white people adding to the culture, but I don't think you have to allow them to be in the culture.
Or when they get recognition, like
they don't give us recognition.
Teeny for mac and cheese is crazy.
But they don't give us recognition when they get on these platforms. My thing is like, for example, I seen the singer Jazzy. She revealed that Jack Harlow was calling her to let her know he didn't want nobody to know that she was helping him write his music, right? But she's helping you write music for our culture.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But when you get acknowledged, you don't want to give back. Be like, yo, Diane, shout out to Diane Vivian's Productions, like who gave me one of my first starts. Or shout out to Genevieve that shouted me out on TikTok. That's the shit I'm talking about.
Right.
So when I come on these platforms, I try to just spread the love anywhere. It don't matter because someone's going to hear it, and all you just need for it is to be acknowledged.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
I think there's a lot of ego.
Big on that. Big on the egos. The egos is heavy.
Yeah, the egos
honestly, leaving Boston, that was one of the reasons why I was like, I'm going to get it.
You have to leave Boston to understand how to appreciate the people here.
The egos out here be bigger than the emotion that the person actually has.
And I realized, I feel like Boston gaslit me for a long time.
Really? What you mean?
Because, it was my own personal issues too, but people have a way sometimes too. Like now I see it differently.
Okay.
But I do think that, you know, we're talking about ego. We're talking about the ecosystem, supporting, giving back. I think that a lot of times people here can be very transactional.
Yes.
I think people also have a lot of expectations that they don't say.
Yeah.
And feel entitled as well, especially
the entitlement is crazy.
Yeah, especially when you're not somebody that leads with money first. Like, you know, like for me, even starting the other Boston, that was really just to answer a problem. I mentioned going to school in DC because in DC, it's not hard to find anything to do on any other night.
Yeah.
Same with like living in Houston. And I mean, Jacksonville was a lot more laid back and they have their own issues.
Definitely than DC.
But yeah, like these other places I've lived, like it's not hard to find community in these places. And I feel like Boston, it's such a small space for it to be that hard to make connections with people.
Because they gatekeep the connections.
They do gatekeep. They have, like I was telling Diane, you know, one thing I loved about Houston is that a lot of times the conversations that I would overhear would be like, oh, you know, there's a Black-owned restaurant that opened down here. We got to go support. Not like, oh, who owns it? Do we know them? Like, you know, like doing all that temperature checking.
You gotta
like,
figure out. Well,
we're a big culture on who all gonna be there.
Yeah,
like
but it's deeper than that. It's also like not
crazy,
supporting just because that's
of
not
the person
your
that's
people.
doing it.
Yeah,
it's
and it's like you can spread the support. It don't have to be the same person every time.
Right.
And just because you're doing what I'm doing or something similar
doesn't mean that you won't thrive.
Yeah, like, and I feel like, you know what it reminds me? You know, when you go to a HBCU, you get there and you're like, everybody's Black. Like, there's a very big difference between going to a PWI and an HBCU.
Yes.
I feel like in a PWI, you are looking to connect. So sometimes you just connect because you're Black.
Because you're Black.
But then at HBCU, you get there and you're like, everybody Black. And there's so many, like, I met people from Alaska, Arkansas, people who are, had so much money, other countries, Nigerian, Jamaica, like just the randomest combination.
It broadens your perspective.
Yeah, and you have nothing in common except the fact that you're Black.
It's lit.
And then once you get past that real quick, right? Yeah. You're not connecting just because we're Black, because everybody's Black for the most part. And so it's like you got to go more in depth, whereas like a PWI, sometimes you are just connecting because we're Black and we need community. But we're not really aligned. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's why I didn't like the museum, because when I went to the African American Museum, I was just like, yo, none of the Black people in here are looking at you like you supposed to be here, if that makes sense. They're just judging you. Because you know how Black people, you know how we look at each other. Like you could be walking through having a good time and you're going to catch that one person looking at you from the side like, who that bitch think she is? Like,
it's lit.
Who she think she is with her little lipstick and her glasses? Like, bitch, where you from? You know what I mean? Me, I always try to disarm people But like giving a head nod, or I say how you doing, good morning,
I'm
all
big
that
on
stuff.
You know what? I can't. In the hospital too, right? Whenever
I think that's where I learned a lot of my mannerisms too when I worked at the hospital.
Whenever I see another profession in any discipline walking by and they are of color, me personally, I'm always looking at you to give you that head nod.
Yeah.
But you know what I can't stand? When they just keep walking straight and act like they don't even see you.
I'm like, bruh. All skin folk ain't
kinfolk.
Are
we not? I'm like, you one of those.
Yeah. Now, do you feel like that you get that more from the men or the women?
I think you could toss it up.
I think it's the women. Y'all are mean girls.
I think you could, but then you do get those, right?
Because I think the men, we make sure we try to say hi to you. The respectful ones. I'm not gonna say all men.
I don't walk by a lot of doctors who just kept walking straight.
Like they might like a little bit of snow in their coffee.
You know?
Well, it is.
Regardless, you know where you came from.
True.
You know what color that wound was that rocked you?
I think there's also an assumption that we're all the same. And I think
so. Now I got a question for y'all, because y'all are women, right? Because I don't ever want to speak for women. How do black women feel when y'all see black men with white women?
Well, let me just say this. I actually come from a family that is very interracial.
It's lit.
Exactly.
A lot of my uncles, a lot of my cousins, my little sister who's getting married this weekend. Shout out to them. Her partner's white.
I don't have a problem.
Love.
I don't have a problem with it, but I think our community doesn't always accept it, where it's like,
that's true.
Yo, yeah, you could be happy, but they're not going to really support it, because behind closed doors, they may not support it at all, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because even when I see black women with white men, like for me, it don't bother me. Like, I don't care. Like, whoever you love is who you love.
Right. Whoever's going to take the best care of you, your heart, and your soul. That's what it is.
That's it. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But I just don't like how people will speak down on people just because of who they're dating.
Right.
It's like when you might see a black dude with an Asian woman, or you might see a white woman with light-skinned black dude that's like 6'7".
It's lit.
But I'll see how some women will be like,
It happens.
I mean, Genevieve over there, she got her man. He from DC, but he white with red hair.
Hey,
he a ginger. I support it. If she like it.
But then you got those two that's like, sis, we see you, girl. If that's what makes you happy. He's treating you like a queen.
I do think we celebrate more when we see black women with white men than we do.
I'll say
that.
Now,
do we support women in relationships?
But can I add a little bit to that?
Yeah.
I do feel like a lot of times when black men with white women, it's never just, she just like, you like her and she just happens to be white.
Yeah.
A lot of times there's like so much nuance to it.
What you mean?
Like I've had experiences where it's almost like they're trying to get your attention in public.
What do you mean?
Like, I think they're expecting you to be triggered. And it's like, you got to go out your way to ignore them sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow,
I've had that experience.
I've never seen it. Like black men trying to trigger you, or black women
I feel
trying
like
to
the
trigger
white women with black men.
you.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
It's
mental game, mental war games.
Yeah, or
mental
sometimes
warfare.
they think like, or, it could be in a work setting, but just because you date a black man doesn't mean we automatically like, you can call me sis.
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I mean right there. You gotta check it respectfully.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just because you with a black dude and he gives you a
I
little
feel like
vacation
they
season,
think it gives them
that.
some type of credibility because you're, and it's like, it's not that.
It's like they're invited to the cookout.
Yeah, like we gave out too many passes to the cookout though, honestly.
Yo, listen up.
No, I'm serious.
I'm calling you Big G.
I mean, I'm very pro-black, but I'm pro everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do believe we do need to gatekeep. Even I was talking about TikTok because I spend a lot of time on TikTok. Even recipes. Like, why are we telling them how to make ippies? You're doing too much.
It's lit.
Because I think that's also embedded in our culture.
Yeah.
Black people are very passionate and forgiving.
Oh my gosh.
We always want everybody to be a part of it.
Every time something goes viral, I'm like, dang, the price of that will go up now.
It's lit.
Yeah. And I acknowledge it. And like sometimes when I'm scrolling on IG or even TikTok and I see it and I'd be like, what the fuck? Why are we shucking and jiving again? Like, because we let them all be a part of everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then we expect something from them.
And it's never going to be anything from it. It's just being culture vultures.
It's lit.
I mean, are we culture vultures too? As black people? Because we do it to other people's cultures.
Do we though?
Yeah, we'll see the black woman with the, like Eve used to do, where she had like the Asian outfits. She had like the little chinky eyes, and her music covers, she used to have like the chopsticks and shit, but she's not Asian. She's black.
I think there's a difference though between you can participate in a culture and acknowledge it.
What you mean?
Culture.
What you mean? I don't like if we see white women in African garments.
I'll give you an example.
White women in African garments in the hood. Y'all let them go to Shattuck Hospital and they be feeling great. You know what I mean?
I don't know nothing about that. So I can't speak on it. I can't speak on
just
it.
even drive down that way to Shattuck Hospital.
But
like,
because that's where you see it. That's where you see it. Like, especially in Boston. Like, we talk about gatekeeping, but we also gatekeep the wrong things, right? And
Agreed.
It's not saying that we got to gatekeep everything. I'm saying if you see that white woman over there, just because she's dating an African dude and she's wearing the African garments, doesn't mean that she can come up to us and talk about culture. Like you came with him, walk around with him.
It's lit.
You feel me? Don't walk over here trying to hug me, none of that shit. Hold on. I don't give out energy like that because I don't know you.
Yeah,
and I don't know who invited you to the cookout.
Right.
Because whoever invited you also might not be likable.
That's
You feel me? There's a lot of dudes, like you said, Trigger. I've seen dudes bring the Spanish shorty to the cookouts, and you be like, does anybody know her? They be like, nah. But when she come there, she don't talk to nobody.
A lot of people are antisocial though. Like they don't have proper socialization skills.
So why the fuck they going out to Diane Vivian fucking?
It's lit.
What the fuck are we
Those
doing?
are not the people that come
Those
to
are not
her.
the people.
Yeah.
But even those people, right?
Yeah.
People that are even afraid to go out solo.
Yeah.
They come to my events and they have a great time. I get a lot of people that say, one girl, last patron at Soca Bingo, she hasn't been out in, I think she said 10 or 15 years.
It's lit.
God damn.
She just been mothering.
Damn. Okay.
Doing
I
her
respect
thing.
that. I respect that.
Like she has not been out in 10 to 15 years. I get a lot of those people because they feel safe.
Okay.
You know, coming to my events and the environment is going to be good.
I think you smiling and people smiling and having a good time makes people feel safe.
Yeah.
That's why I say it as a black man. Like,
speaking about being safe,
I like
shout out to Lone Wolf Security, Big Mike over there.
Shout out to Lone Wolf. Yeah, he did a few events that I've seen also, and I've seen him moving and grooving in the community.
Yeah, he stay
too.
hustling.
Facts.
He got a strong hustle, boy. He do.
It's
You don't never
lit.
see an event without him at. Even events you never seen security at. He got security. He's like, let me tell you something. You need me. Like,
What you guys think the city needs more of? In just in your
Black-owned spaces.
It's lit.
togetherness.
Yeah.
black-owned spaces for
Togetherness.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I'd rather put the money in the community than to go all the way downtown and give it to somebody that don't really need it.
Yeah.
You
But
know what mean?
I recognize that the infrastructure here is very different from other places.
Yeah.
Like I felt like in Houston it's a lot easier to set up.
I think because down south they have more culture. Like they have more
More space.
not even that. They have more they're taught values, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
It's lit.
Like, keep it
I
in
would
the
say.
community, stay over in this side of the city. If you go down there, cool, but they don't fuck with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And here, I think in Boston, a lot of us have to fuck with the people that don't fuck with us because there aren't many resources out here.
Right.
There's not a lot of people that know how to do it professionally, do camera work and all that stuff. And a lot of people
The
will
pool
hustle
is really
you.
small.
It's
The
So
pool
lit.
people
is
will hustle
really
you
small.
and it'll cause you to be jaded in the community.
Yeah.
Because there'll be people that'll charge you $400 or $500 or $200 for something, and you don't feel like you got your money's worth because you're like, yo, you told me you're a cameraman, but you're showing up here with your phone.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Also, I had an experience.
gosh, it's so funny.
So I started off vlogging, and then I came up with this this idea where I would do like post event press. I would come to
It's lit.
I like that.
come to your event.
I like
I would
that.
do photography, mind
like
you,
that.
and then I would do like a 500-word write up, put it on the blog.
How much was you charging though? Exactly the problem.
But here's what was
You
crazy.
wasn't charging that.
I wasn't. I really wasn't.
And that's what we
'Cause I
do
didn't-
here often. That's
But
what we all
let me
fuck
tell
up.
you what happened though. I had a client who probably booked me a good 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Each time. This is another Black woman.
Okay.
And it wasn't until like the 3rd or 4th time they told me, they were like, honestly, like you should have been charging honestly like 4 or 5 times.
Told you.
But at the same time, it had me thinking like, dang, how do you say you support Black women, but you didn't tell me that?
Well, it's also
And
based
not
on
only that, why didn't they cut you a check?
No, time out. It's accountability. Hold on.
It's lit.
It's accountability on your part because even Kelly Nicole spoke about it yesterday, right? She was like, there's bad business, right? And I didn't know I was being wronged by good people because they know the business, I didn't, and they were taking advantage of me, right? But you also have to speak up for yourself like, hey,
But
I'm
I
going to
didn't
come
know.
do all this. You did it more than once because you say you're going to go to these
but
events.
But the thing is, I didn't know the value of what I was until
But you
someone
did.
told
That's
no,
why you
I
went out.
didn't. until someone said that, and I'm like, huh.
Oh, so you were just doing it just to socialize and feel like you get
no,
your
I
brand
charged
out.
on it, but in my head, I didn't think people were willing to pay more, or I didn't realize the value of it. So for me, I understand what you're saying. There is accountability.
Yes.
But what I took from it is like, so when I see somebody charging something, and I'm like, and I already know like what other people be charging for or what I'd be willing to pay, I tell them straight up, like, you got to go up on those prices. I had a makeup artist a couple months ago, and I looked at her pricing. Like I knew I was gonna book her, and I told her, I was like, girl, do you see what those other people are charging?
Yeah, I've done that.
And by the time I booked her, she went up on her price.
But it's up to people like you guys to speak up and put people on.
But that's why I do it, because I said I will never say I support somebody and see you leaving money on the table and not tell you.
Yeah.
Because it's not a matter of like I really didn't know.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I find it very funny.
It was ignorance.
I was very ignorant. Yeah, but it's like you knew and you were benefiting from it.
So I'll be real. I've been there.
We all have.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, listen, if you don't want to charge, if you're trying to do off the string, cool. I'll take the first one. But by the second one, I might just throw you some bread or ask you like, yo, how much would you like? Or let me tell you what my budget is. Right? And it's up for you to take it or leave it.
Yeah. Right.
Period. Because me, I've shown up to events and I don't charge. Like, I'll just show up just to give back because I fuck with you.
Right.
You feel me? But if I'm doing something of value where I got to go home and edit, give you video and stuff, yo, just throw me $100.
Yeah.
If I just show up to, help you, but don't think because I showed up to do it for $100, that's always the price.
Right.
Like,
And
that's the taking
that's
advantage.
So let's
part.
go on record to say Sam will be at the Welcome Summer Cookout Fest.
It's
Take a video and edit it for $100.
I show up to a lot of spaces, a lot of events. I give back to the BIPOC community. I've volunteered for it. The NCAAP. It was some one of them shit. One of them BIPOC organizations. But I did it for like 4 years. And my thing is, I just enjoy helping out people, whether it's bringing them on the podcast. Like I got a young kid coming on Thursday who goes around the city picking up trash, right? And he went to City Hall picking up the trash.
Is he on TikTok?
Yeah.
I've seen him.
It's fire.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like push that type of message. You
Good
feel
for
me?
him,
like,
man.
I want the young kids to feel like they're acknowledged.
Yeah.
Because me as a young black dude, like, we didn't get acknowledged like that.
Right.
We didn't have the old heads like, yo, that shit's fire. Let me bring you over to the basketball court and acknowledge you.
Invest.
Right.
Invest the right shit.
You know what? While you saying that, you made me think of another brand, and I believe it is by Single Parent Hustling. Connected with him a couple of times over social media, but he has a platform, I believe it's called either It's All About Sports or Let's Talk Sports. My bad if I'm chopping up the name. However, it's a platform that focuses on the youth.
Okay.
And it's literally set up like a television network.
Okay.
And they come on and they talk about like basketball, football, the games, the athletes, like, but it's a platform for
just for them,
for the youth.
Yeah. I like that. I like
it's dope. It's dope.
I like having stuff like that too.
It's dope. I'll send it in your DM because I can't think of the exact name. It could have been one of those names, but yeah, big ups to him too because that was really dope. That was a creative idea. That was amazing.
Let me see. I know you wanted to talk earlier about relationships.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna start with Genevieve. Genevieve, hold on.
Why are we starting with me?
Because you're the guest, and I learned that you're the shy one, but we're getting
I'm
you
the
up.
cousin.
Yeah.
You think I'm the shy one?
No, you've gotten more open. Like once you started seeing Diane give it, you're like, okay, sis, all right, we can fuck with it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's turn it up.
It's lit.
You ever been in love before, other than with the Lord?
Of course. Yo, he's hilarious.
I'm just saying.
I feel like you about to flame me.
No, never.
Okay.
Never. I grew up in the church too. Shout out to Holy Tab. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's lit.
Holy
Hey,
Tab.
shout out to them. That's my sister's church.
I went to Pleasant Hill Baptist. Reverend Culpeppers, he's one of the councilmen now. Shout out to him.
It's lit.
Like I'm really in the community. Like
I feel you.
I really get
Shout out
back.
to the Tabernacle of Praise.
Facts. Shout out to
Yeah.
that.
It's lit.
All right. So,
Yeah.
do you ever get in love in college at all, or was it after college?
Both.
Okay. You've been in love more than once.
Yes.
Okay. What's the hardest part about being in love? Or you want me to go first? Make you feel comfortable. Because you're shy.
I don't know.
Hardest part about being in love for me is being learning to be transparent, but also do it with a twist, if that makes sense, right? Because as men, we like are we're not always aggressive, but we have a tone in which we say everything. And I feel like once you're in love with somebody, you learn to change your tone so that way it's more deliverable for them. You know what I mean? Like,
It's lit.
It's a black love out here, man. I'm trying maturity. You feel me?
Look at you. Look at you.
I
I'm
would
going to be
say-
invited to the wedding.
I got you. I got you.
I would say I think the self-awareness.
Okay.
It's lit.
Self-awareness, like what you bring into the relationship.
That, and I think also how you can be triggered.
Ooh.
I also think communication.
Communication is
How do
big.
you communicate though?
How do I communicate?
Yeah, because I've learned that the way I might communicate might not be the best for somebody else. So I have to learn and ask them
People
how to
receive
treat
I was
you.
gonna say I think we need
very
to
differently.
ask questions more.
Okay.
And I don't think it just is strictly romantic relationships. I think all relationships too. I know one of my pet peeves is people who don't realize that they have like an assumption
It's
or
lit.
like you might have a belief. Like you don't even realize like you have an expectation. That's what I mean.
Yes.
And you're literally
running with it in your mind that
Yes.
they're supposed to do this, but they're
right.
not doing it.
And then
you're
so
not
when you
communicating.
approach me, you're like, oh, da 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 da. If I ask you a question, I already in my
Have the
head, I'm
answer.
trying to get clarity.
Yeah.
I need
It's
I'm
lit.
trying to like
That's
walk
big.
you through because I'll be like, what does that mean to you? Like I'll usually ask that question. Like if you say da 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 da, I'm be like, what does that mean to you? Because I want to make sure that we working from the same framework.
Now, do you ask to understand, or are you just asking just to ask?
No, to understand.
Okay.
Because I want to understand. Because I understand before I think I'm pretty vocal.
Yeah.
Especially I've been through my healing process. I'm still going through it.
It's lit.
Shout out to you.
Yeah,
That's
so-
the acknowledgement part.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the self-awareness.
Yeah.
So I spend a lot of time like if I'm triggered by somebody, I'm gonna question myself like why was I triggered? Like what happened? Like I'm trying to figure before I put it on you,
what are you allowing?
Yeah.
and make an
Yeah.
assumption. I just have to check myself first. Like I want to be aware of like why I felt the way that I did. Am I overreacting? Usually I'm not, but like you know what I mean? Like I just want to meet people where they are too at the same time. So
It's not going to be perfect though.
it's
Meeting
not
people where they are is huge.
Yeah, I think
it's
that's
lit.
where I've lost a lot.
Yeah.
Not I think being too optimistic with people.
I don't think there's too much to be optimistic. I think it's too optimistic if you're not vocalizing it to that person. Like if you're not telling them the expectations. Like if I date a new woman, I'm gonna tell you right now, in 30 days, we gotta have sex. Hold on. I'm over 30. I'm not wasting my time with none of this shit. Now, sex ain't the biggest part, but is
You
an
have to make
important
sure
part.
you connect.
No, we gotta make
It's
sure
lit.
we connect physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Yeah.
Right? Because you might be a church going girl, right?
Important.
You might want to go every Sunday. You have the expectation that I'm gonna go to church with you.
I might not.
Well,
I'm gonna
no.
ask you though.
But I'm gonna support it. I support you going, but don't expect me to have to also do that as well. If
and
you
this
can
is why
accept
you
me
have
where
to
I
have
am,
conversations
Yeah.
to make sure you're in alignment.
Communication.
don't
is
expect me to
very
go to
much
church with you every
important.
Sunday because your mom's going. Like, I don't give a fuck. Hold on. I grew up going to church. I went 18 years. I feel like I got my own decisions to make. And if you find the Lord in the church of God, I respect it.
It's lit.
But don't talk down on the ones that don't.
Right.
I agree with
You
that.
feel me? Like that might not be a part of my ministry. Hold on. You feel me? Like,
Come on,
hold
Bars.
on. You feel me?
30
Bars?
days is crazy
Because
though.
that's where it was like,
30 days is crazy.
no, 30 days is real. Because we 30 years
I
old.
practice abstinence, so I don't.
Listen,
subscribe-
Genevieve.
I don't
listen.
subscribe to that.
I need you to get you a lemon drop one day and
no,
go crazy. All right?
I don't believe in that. First of all, sex is too spiritual to just be out here all willy
No,
nilly.
and that is real.
All right.
No,
A
it's
lot
real
of-
because
Sex
you
without a
transfer
condom is
lot of-
different.
No,
Like,
no,
It's-
you
it's-
transfer
all
a
of
lot
it.
of energy
I
when you're
think,
doing that.
yeah, and I think now I've had my spiritual
Yes, yes,
awakening.
yes.
I'm very like open spiritually.
Did you cut your hair off at one point?
I have done it a couple times.
It's
What was
lit.
his name?
Done. Why does the
always
relation
I'm not
of
male centered.
haircutting
I'm
Yes.
not male
with
centered.
We're
women
not gonna
have
be
to be
male-centered,
involved with
but
a man?
I'm not male centered.
But we're not going to acknowledge that the women did not watch Waiting to Exhale and cut their hair off and
No,
want to burn
there's
some
something-
shit.
How long ago was that? though?
Right.
Don't
Come
matter.
on,
Y'all all remember
Sam,
it.
I'm gonna need you to get up to speed.
Wait, hold on.
It's
All right, so you want me to do something,
It's
Walker?
just
I should have
liberated.
robbed you.
Bye.
I should
Get
have robbed
out of here.
you. What we talking about?
Get out of here.
I mean,
Sam.
listen.
All right, so tell me, what's the deal breaker for you then in dating? Because you said that the sex is not a thing for you because you practice abstinence.
Do you know the Lord for?
What's the Lord to you?
Do you have a relationship with Jesus Christ?
I have a relationship.
You have a personal relationship.
I have a relationship with
Do
the
you
higher
pray?
power. My higher power doesn't have a name.
Do you pray?
See, like that would not be in alignment with me, and that's okay.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
But it's like my thing
So are
is
you like-
my thing is I don't believe in religion no more
Mm-hmm.
because the older I've gotten, the more I've traveled. I don't think there's only one way to get to God, right?
It's lit.
And that's where I learned in black churches, they tell
Okay.
you if you're not Christian, if you're gay, if you dating women and you're a woman, if you're dating guys and you're a guy, like you're not accepted in here. And to me, that's wrong, right? Because you're telling somebody who might be of use to the ecosystem, they're not allowed because of their own beliefs. It don't help. What you eat don't make me shit. I don't give a fuck.
It's lit.
It don't. I respect it that way, right? The same way where you want to go to church. If I don't want to go to church, tell me like, all right, Sam, you know what? That doesn't work for me. But don't try to not patronize me, but kind of like let me down easy. Oh, I'm not going to make him go this Sunday or next Sunday, but on Easter, I'm going to ask him.
With the expectation of you still going.
Exactly, because you're trying to convince me. And my thing is, take me as I am or don't take me at all.
And that's where I feel like communication and self-awareness comes in.
And I don't think that, all right, here's one of those things where I had seen online where this guy had said, this guy and this woman were having a conversation. He was like, I don't think the women who told the men to go heal, they're prepared for the men when they come back.
I think there's some truth to that.
Right?
I think that
that's deep.
I feel like sometimes women we give ourselves a pass. And we give other women a pass.
Thank you.
I'm very
thank you. I'm glad you're saying it because I don't like saying and speaking.
No,
to
it's
women.
True because
they make me sound like I'm the woman hater. I'm like, yo, I gotta be the other side.
Yeah,
I gotta be the other side of it.
I feel like first of all, I feel like there's too many men who talk to women about women stuff, and I feel like there needs to be more men.
That's the women gatekeeping.
Too many men.
That's the women that got to gatekeep though.
Act like women too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I get it. I respect that. I receive that.
I think more men need to talk to men because I feel like most men, like with the whole Derek Jackson thing that happened a couple years ago. If you guys are aware.
All y'all women was pushing him up on that pedestal.
No, but I saw it way before then. I'm like, all he does is like that was really pandering to women because it's always just one perspective.
Yes.
Like it's always he's an F boy, he's this. And it's like maybe he's not. Maybe he just don't like you.
Thank you.
Like you know what I mean? Like I think there can be two sides to a story and it's not always like I'm not on the side of like a woman is always in the right. Like you know what I mean? I'll tell you from
I like that. Because women aren't always wrong, but it takes women like yourself to say that because it's hard for me to say things. I don't want to speak down on women.
It looks bad.
It looks like
and I do feel like women lack a lot of accountability at times.
You know what I call that? You know what I call that? The Lulu.
I'm gonna tell you know, let me say people because I've seen a lot of men too.
Oh no,
but
I agree.
I'm also,
I can speak on the men. I'll hold it down for the men. If you want to say we ain't shit, I'll talk about it.
And usually why people think I'm shy, I'm not shy. I'm usually more so observing.
You're reserved.
Yeah, I
won't say you're shy. You're definitely reserved because you're playing the scene. You're trying to scope the scene.
I gotta listen and fill you out because I really listen to people say.
That's why I gave you headphones. Yeah.
But for me, you know, I was a social worker in my past life.
Oh,
up until very recently, had to get up out of there. But for me, I listen to what people say, and I'm usually in my head. I've already figured out.
So are you?
Put the dots
would you admit that you're judgmental?
I don't think I'm judgmental. I'm really not.
If you're listening, aren't you judging what they're saying?
No, I'm listening to understand. Like I'm listening for patterns. I'm listening to see like
you're judging.
That's not being judging. You're looking processing.
You're looking for something. She says she's looking for a pattern.
Well, I'm listening to be open to understand. I'm really trying to understand people because especially the role that I had, I have to translate your situation to people who are just thinking about paperwork and what things look like.
Yep.
But I'm also like humanizing you and I want to be open-minded because I know people can come into a situation and I can come in and it's just assume I already know what you need and what you need to do. And I don't believe in that. I love to help people, but I feel like there's a way to do it with dignity. I
agree.
You know what I mean? Like you don't come in.
There's a way for you to give your girl advice without talking down on her.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of times, like people don't do that very well. You know,
I try to hold more men accountable. Like we hold men accountable behind closed doors because with men, you got to think about men's egos, right? And if I talk down you as a man in public on another man, other women are going to see that and not really be desirable towards you. They'll be like, "Oh, you might be a bitch ass nigga," because everybody's calling him a bitch ass nigga.
It's lit.
Right? And that's why I'm big on how I talk to people in public versus how I talk to you in private. That ain't for nobody else to know. But in public, I'm going to make sure I hold you guys up on a pedestal. I'm going to make sure you guys are heard and respected and whatnot because you want somebody to see it.
There's a way to do it.
Big on the way of men actually treat women because you know I just had a little situation. It wasn't even a situation. It was just like a little occurrence rather. You know, my cousin just passed away. You know,
condolences.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And you know, my girl, she had let me use 2 tables for the setup. So I'm going back into the venue. I ain't gonna say what venue it was, but I'm going back into the venue and I was like, oh, you know, she was like, you know, babe, grab my tables. I was like, oh man, I completely forgot all about it. Go in and grab the tables. The dude just starts barking like,
what you mean?
what tables are you getting from here? Like, you don't have any tables in here. Like, we have 4 tables. And I was like, hold up, partner. Like, wait a minute. Like, there's no reason for you to actually come at me in that tone. For one, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I'm not a guy.
Yeah.
I am a woman.
This is the way to talk.
So you need to be more respectable. And I mean, he was just really huffy, you know, for no reason at all. And it just really put my guard up. I was in that moment wishing I can transform into a man because he just needed to be back punched in his mouth. But talking all crazy like that. But
when y'all see men talk to women like that, do y'all expect men to jump in and like say something?
They should.
Okay.
They should.
Now, if the roles are reversed, because I've been in the other roles were reversed.
It's lit.
When the woman's going crazy, or not going crazy, but if the woman is being belligerent and being disrespectful and kind of like going at that man in public, I don't usually see women step in and like, come on,
I think
sis,
it's
chill
hard.
It's
I don't
different.
necessarily.
See, that's
No, but I was gonna say because I didn't answer your first.
Cop-out.
I didn't answer your first question.
Okay.
I also understand why a man may not jump into a situation like immediately
with another man.
Yeah, because it could escalate very quickly.
Yes, especially if that's your lover.
same.
If that's your lover, I'm
Right.
definitely
And then
not
on
getting
top
in.
of that, I think when it comes to relationships, you have to be very careful with people.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend one time, this is a couple years ago, and she told me she had a female friend that asked her to go pull up somewhere to check if her man was there or something like that. And I was like, why would you do that?
What you mean?
I'm not the friend. Don't ask me to go check up on your man. Like, is he really there? Because I just feel like
That's messy.
No, if you got to do all that,
what I'm
then
saying, that's messy.
Trouble.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to. You
And
shouldn't
then
even be with him.
I also think about situations.
Yeah. Too grown for
and
that.
then I know there
but
was
there are plenty that do. So.
Yeah.
there was a situation a couple years ago. I think this woman lost her life
What?
because her homegirl and the homegirl's dude was fighting.
Yeah.
Homegirl's like, oh, can you come with me to go over there? Da, da, da. Something happened. Guns get pulled out. And the girl dies. And nobody's in jail and they arguing off.
That was here?
No, it happened down south somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm like, this is why people are not quick to hop into situations because they're gonna be back together anyway.
You just have to learn your discernment.
I won't jump in no like relationship problems. Like if I see a
but
dude and this girl,
strangers on the street.
strangers on the street, yes. Like you bothering that little girl, like bro, leave that little girl alone. Or
Yeah.
you bothering the old lady, like bro, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like you 30, she's like 70 years old. Like
It's
come on,
lit.
bro. You got a mother or a grandmother.
Yeah.
Like so you gotta have that. But I also expect the same thing when I see some women disrespecting the old lady trying to come out the fucking grocery store.
Of course.
Just case in point, what happened? What was this over the summertime?
What happened?
Where the
lady
young
on the
woman
bus?
had pushed,
the bus,
the elderly
yeah.
lady down
Oh,
off the stairs.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that
And I
was
didn't see
insane.
nobody check the
hopped in,
woman.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was
I
my
think
fault.
people are so
People
afraid
should've
too
definitely-
because
Nah, we can't say that.
no, I
That's
mean, but
extreme.
people
No,
are
I mean,
unhinged. though.
That's a valid point.
That they
People are
scared?
unhinged.
Yeah,
people are
people-
afraid because
yeah.
the world is crazy. You just
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got a point. So damn, why we gotta step up and kill ourselves? Like what the
It's lit.
Y'all get to say
But it is discernment. I think you
is.
have to have
It's a-
discernment. in
because with the men,
situations.
like
You do.
we won't think. We'll just act. That's the thing as a man. Like I can admit that like sometimes we don't process a situation. And we'll jump in there.
You just see trouble, and that's part
Yeah.
of the warrior in you guys
Yeah.
and being
Yeah.
leaders.
lit.
You know?
and that's where some
And
of us black men
protectors.
like we feel like it's not spoken on. Like we
Mhm.
always hear about women speaking down on us about the things that we don't do, but speak on the good shit that we
Yeah.
do too. Like
I
don't
think
act-
men get a bad rap a lot. Like
Yo.
there's a lot of
Black
man hating
black
content,
men especially.
It's
and
lit.
I don't do that. I don't
Like,
like.
think about how many white platforms ain't bring y'all on like this. What the
Yeah,
fuck are we talking about? Got y'all skin looking great, like,
Do it.
and don't want nothing from you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
speak on what black men do. You may not know a lot of black men that do good things, but speak on the ones that do.
Yeah.
And you ain't got to speak on them personally. Just speak on black men in general because
Yeah.
I believe that like I don't have no kids, but if I had a kid, I don't really want them to lose their innocence by hearing certain shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want you to walk in a room and be afraid of a black man, you know, just because of how your mom grew up. You know what I mean?
And what
It's
you hear
lit.
too, like you can literally reinforce certain
Yeah,
patterns.
what is it?
Right.
Don spoke about it. It's sharing vicarious trauma. You know what I mean? Like,
It's lit.
And a lot of people love to trauma bond and trauma dump. I don't do that.
That's big.
They do, but I'm gonna also speak about the moms that trauma bond with their daughters.
Oh, absolutely. That happens a lot.
I learned that.
There's a lot of trauma bonding with moms and sons too. We're
Really?
telling them that they
Oh,
have to be the man of the house
yeah.
and XYZ.
Really?
I don't do that with my son.
Yeah.
And any, like, they know, I'm a single parent. It is what it is. And, any of my cousins or anything that like speak to my son, they're like, you're the man of the house. I'm like, don't tell him that.
I don't like that.
Why don't y'all like that?
Because he's a child, and I feel like you should let children be children.
You're not the man of the house.
Yeah,
in my house with my son and my family.
I was taught
you're
that
not
growing
the
up.
man of the house.
I can definitely.
You will be a man one day.
Yeah,
but you're not the.
But
man
it's like,
of
why
the
are we
house.
rushing our kids to grow up?
No, and then that puts them into a different perspective too, thinking that he has more decision making and more responsibilities that he really doesn't have. Yeah. And it's like you're not grown, and that makes them think. And
on the other side of that token, sexualizing young girls just because they're a little bit more developed.
What you mean? Like, I don't know. I don't got no daughters, and I'm not around like the young girls.
When younger girls start to develop, especially when they develop a little bit earlier, I think sometimes the way we speak about young girls, like when we call them fast or, certain things.
Some of them are.
Yes,
they are, but I think at the same time, even if they were being fast, I feel like there's a reason why. Why is a 13-year-old being fast, quote unquote? Like, so I think sometimes we need to really think about like what we're saying and what we're perpetrating. Because once you put a label on somebody, and it's literally self-manifesting. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like we do that a lot in our community.
And I don't think women want other women telling them how to parent either. Like, that's what I've learned. Like some women, because I haven't seen it with the men.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen the men, even like shout out the show. Like Diane said something last time about their kids, and he agreed. He was like, I agree with you, because women will give them suggestions. Because I'd be like, yo, you're not a man. So you don't understand what that young boy is going to experience. Like, oh, no, I do. I'm raising him to this. Cool,
That's
you probably are.
No,
I'm not a man.
You probably are.
I'm not a man, and I can't
Speaking
teach.
as a mother who is raising a son, that is why I do my due diligence and go crazy with putting my son in environments of mentorship,
Please.
basketball teams.
It'll save his life.
It's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you can raise your child who's a boy to be a respectable man.
Yes.
But there are a lot of things that boy is not going to want to talk to his mother about.
I tell women, yo, you don't know what it's like to hold a penis?
That's
fair. What are you talking about?
That's fair.
You don't know what it's like to hold a penis. So it's like,
that is real.
I'm just trying to give you a perspective.
A lot of the times too, when it is like different sexes raising, so my son obviously is a guy, right? So a lot of women will have trouble having open conversations and transparent conversations with their sons, just the way that men will have transparent conversations with their daughters.
Facts.
But me, I'm just real, So I tell my son, I'm like, look, you're gonna go through some things. Something, your things gonna grow, things are gonna happen. But if something ain't right or something don't feel right, like you gotta feel comfortable coming to talk to me.
See, but it takes moms like you saying that, because not a lot of us grew up with parenting like that. Like, I wasn't able to go to my parents for certain shit. I had to learn shit either in the street or from family members or people that looked out for me. That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the same people that's raising you, they may be busy with other shit, so they're not able to have these conversations with you. So you kind of grow up faster. And when they see you at 17 and 18, they don't expect you to be so advanced.
Yeah.
Because all the way from 13, I probably had to learn how to walk home because as a young boy,
they're very disconnected.
It's different. Young girls walking home, I would assume that women are afraid that, somebody might do something to their daughters. Young boys walking home, we're afraid of other men seeing our sons, because we understand how many dudes out here riding around on scooters with masks on, driving around here with PTSD and trauma. They might see your son, see your nephew, and react, right? And your son don't know how to deal with it because his mom's telling them, don't be fighting nobody. But I feel like some fathers, they try to toughen their sons, some the right way, some the wrong way. But it's for those encounters, because the mother doesn't know what goes through our brain when we got all these niggas in front of us and we got to make it home. Like,
It's lit.
Right.
it's different.
Right.
And that's the only perspective I try to have with women. Is like, yo, your son is going to go through shit that he won't speak to you about. You think you know your son. You do. But there's things your son won't talk to you about, and you won't realize it till it's later.
Right.
Period. Right. And it's going to be from the people around him.
I had seen, it was like a quick little short story on Instagram or one of those platforms. And the young man had wrote a letter to his mom and thanked her for raising him, but also said that he was disappointed that she didn't raise him to survive.
It's lit.
See?
Which is very valid.
See? And it's true, because I've seen it where I've seen dudes, that don't have the dad at home, be like the tough man children at school. But those be the same kids that lose their life at 15. Like, I've seen it, because the mom might sometimes let that kid go off. Right. I've seen it sometimes just growing up, like, oh, that's just how he is. He get an attitude. And I'd be like, nah, you got to correct that shit. Because everybody don't got discernment.
Yeah.
Everybody's not going to be so patient because your son's calling their daughter a bitch or some shit.
That's what I tell my son. I said, at home, you're my son.
Facts.
Out there, you're just a tall black man.
Yo. Listen.
That's it.
I'm a black man, so when I see young dudes, I always try to give them game. I don't try to be preachy at all. Yo, bro, take off that ski mask. Why?
Yeah.
My nigga, it's 90 degrees outside. Fuck as you got that ski mask.
My son wanted to wear a ski mask so bad, and I finally broke down and bought him like a Nike one, but not to wear over his head.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, so we live in the burbs, so some of his friends who are Caucasian are riding around with ski masks on. And I let him know, I said, let me tell you one thing right here, right now.
You're not them.
You're not them. Them wearing a ski mask and you wearing a ski mask where we live or any other places are two completely different narratives.
Situational awareness is what I call it.
So, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And
you got to know where you at, who you are, what you look like to them, what you look like to us.
Right.
Don't just be like, out here, don't give a fuck, Willie. Yeah. People, the police pull you over.
Clouds. Yeah. That's why I tell my son, man, bring it back down to earth and put some logic behind everything, that you're thinking and that you're doing and weigh heavily into your common sense because a lot of these kids don't.
Do y'all as women like fear for the young boys, especially you having a son, like the dudes that encounter she don't want to call them fast women. I think the more mature women. Because there's mature women that can trick young boys or younger dudes.
I think about that. Sometimes my son got to get Ubers and I'm calling the woman only Ubers and I'm like,
It's lit.
Really?
There's a lot of women predators.
There's more women predators.
We don't talk about it. You were talking about boys, and I feel like
I can't speak on it.
We don't protect boys enough. I love TikTok.
A lot of us.
But I love TikTok for the fact that it's giving people an opportunity to share their experiences.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff people put on there, it's like you would never believe it. And I've listened to stories all the way through of there was one of a young man, and I mean it was so explicit, but he was explaining how it was a family cousin, like an older cousin that they let stay in the house and like was sleeping in the room with him and his brother and was like literally every night. And it was, and it's crazy, but we assume that boys don't.
That's what I'm saying.
And when you talk to a lot of men who've had very early sexual experiences,
yes,
when they're talking, they don't see it like that because they think it's a right.
Seen it like that.
It's a rite of passage, but why are you?
It's like a notch on the belt.
And it's not okay.
But that's because of the communities we grow up in, and that's where it's
crazy.
Like you got to acknowledge where just because you felt like you got through, that don't mean it's right.
No.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of my friends I grew up with, like, we were younger. He'd be like, he's 14. He got through with a 22-year-old.
No.
He'd be like, yo, bro. But we're young.
But
we're young and ignorant.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're young, ignorant, and dumb.
I wouldn't even say that. I just
think
we have double standards because we see a situation one way if it was like a female victim versus a male perpetrator.
No, I feel the same way. Like when I see the dudes going up back in the day, not now. Hold on.
The dudes
back
with
in the day at the high school.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Picking them up in the Honda Accord.
It's not okay.
Lexus.
Yeah, it's not okay. But when it's in the reverse, it's like somehow it's okay that a young boy.
I don't think it's okay at all.
I think we don't.
Yeah.
But I think like most people don't really see an issue with it or don't think boys are not as targeted or
as vulnerable.
We're not vulnerable as young women. If you want to be real, a lot of us young boys weren't believed. They don't believe us.
That too.
If we were bad kids, if you consider me a bad kid, like I get in trouble, but you don't know why I'm getting in trouble.
Right.
You don't know if I'm getting in trouble because my parents aren't home and I'm always outside, so I gotta find something to do. So if I do tell you like, yo, that chick was talking to me crazy, and you'd be like, Sam, shut up. And you'd be like, all right, you don't believe me. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. Fuck it.
Right.
I'll just keep it to myself.
That's why I was saying, I mentioned the example of a fast girl. Like, it's like you putting a label on somebody, but not really thinking about like, why is that behavior?
Yeah. Like,
why do they act like that? Why do they do that?
See, as a guy, I don't feel right speaking on young women because, for one, I ain't supposed to be looking. Right?
It's lit.
I ain't supposed to be looking at the young shorty dressed how she's supposed to look. Me, I'm the type, if I see a young girl, I look past the other way.
Right.
Because I don't even want nobody to think I'm enticed by it. You know what I mean? And that's where it's like situational awareness. I don't give a fuck if none of these 5 young girls walk in here, nigga, stop looking at their asses.
Yeah.
It's lit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? But it's me as a man, I'll check other men for that.
Right.
But some women, oh, your son is so handsome. That's my little boyfriend.
Not okay.
I'd be like,
not okay.
Yeah, I had one because my son's voice is very low. His voice is extremely low. Very
like he got
deep.
A low tone?
Very deep.
Oh, yeah. So
very
he old.
Deep.
Yeah.
He
got an old soul.
Deep. And I forget where we were at. We were somewhere, some type of community, something. And, it was for the youth. And he went around and it was his time to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a woman who was the moderator. And when he spoke, she was like, Oh my God. I was like, girl, don't breathe too deep now.
It's lit.
That's crazy.
Like, chill. Hold on.
He's 13. Well, he's 14 now. But, I'm like, no. Like, don't.
Do you ever be fearful of that? Like when he's out by himself?
I do. And that's why I speak to my son in the way that I do. Yeah. I keep it very, very, very real. Very raw with him.
Yeah. But like, is it in like a nurturing way though?
It is.
Because I think the way, like, we hear things
also,
from my mom is different.
Yeah, it is in a nurturing way.
Like, don't yell at me trying to give me game because I don't hear it that way.
Yeah.
I hear it like my mom talking down on me. You better not be out here talking to these girls. And you be like, yo, how you know the bitches ain't talking to me? Like, what the fuck? Like, you think I'm out here doing something wrong, but I'm not. But it's the other way around. But you don't see me like that because I'm your son.
Yeah, my son's tall and he's chocolate. And, he's definitely going to have, especially, the girls who are a little bit more advanced. He will definitely have them at him. We have conversations about that as well, because I want to make sure he's at least educated, to make his own decisions.
I got another question for y'all because I know we're going to wrap up soon. But because it's hard for me to have these conversations without women on the podcast. And I can't have them with guys because some guys don't have these open perspectives, right? I was talking with Bells on Charlie's podcast. Shout out to CFWD Radio, whatever one of them shits.
Oh, I seen that. Like CTW or something like that.
And I was asking her, I was like, yo, why is there so many double standards for men that don't apply for women, right? And I'm like, all right, a woman could be hurt. A woman could be in a relationship with a guy 4 or 5 years, 10 years, whatever you want, 6 months. Be hurt, go date women, but then come back to men and accept it.
Yeah.
But if a man were to date a woman 5 years, 10 years, 7 months, whatever, break up with her, go be gay, realize that's not what he wants, but come back to women, it's not accepted. Why is that the double standard? She's like, damn, hold on.
Yeah.
And I feel and believe that in our community, it's not accepted and it's shunned. And my thing is like when in the past where women may have a disagreement with us men, or even me like myself, if like they're trying to get people against you, they'll be like, oh that nigga's gay. You'd be like, hold on. Not gay at all. Not gay at all, but you're just saying it to hurt me.
It's very dismissive and manipulative.
Yeah. But then you'll have a gay hairdresser or a gay best friend, and it's like, but you're saying it's
embraced.
Yeah, so you embrace it, but you use it to weaponize against me.
I was just about to say that. The word is used to weaponize.
Like, it's fucked up. But I can't say nothing because then now I'm going to be either misogynistic or I don't like women in public. So it's like, you got to kind of eat that.
As I said earlier, I think a lot of women, people in general, lack accountability. And I be the one to hold you accountable. I tell people all the time, if you do not call me, I'm not the friend I will listen.
But I want that.
But then I'm going to be like, so.
What you do?
Right. Or like, what? Yeah. Like, how did we get here?
That's how I am with my guy
If
friends.
you want someone to like stroke your ego and be like, I'll give you a hug, and I'll be like, dang, that's really bad. But why?
But
yeah, like I had a friend, she went through a breakup. And then
all niggas ain't shit.
Yeah. But she was screenshotting and sent me some of the text between them.
See, and that's not good.
One of the things was like, don't come by my house, da da da. And I want to be like, girl, was you driving by his house? Like, come on. Right, like, you know what I mean? Like,
so do y'all expect y'all homegirls to show y'all what they're going through in their relationships, or keep that on the hush?
Some do, some don't,
depends,
because it depends. And then sometimes you got to know once you see, like Jen said, once you know certain patterns of a person.
Yeah.
Like, I had a friend who, consistently like went through it with her guy. Now, everybody is healthy to argue to a certain degree, right? And then when you start turning it up a notch, it becomes a little toxic. It's toxic. But at the same time, it's like she always had worries of her guy stepping out, and he would have those patterns. And I'm like, well, I asked her, I said, well, what do you think about being in an open relationship? She was like, hell no, that's not for me. Hell no.
And that's not being open-minded.
But guess what? You are, though.
Yeah.
Because he's always stepping out, and you know that. So it's like,
or not even that. What about you is making him want to step out?
What about him is not committing to the relationship?
Yeah.
But
it can do with her, and the same thing with her. If she's stepping out, it could be something with you where she's not vocalizing it. She don't feel comfortable saying it to
you're not self-aware enough to know that maybe you shouldn't be
You should not. You guys are not compatible.
Or being okay with walking away.
A circle peg in a square hole, and it doesn't work.
Yeah. point.
If it don't work, if you're not aligned, I feel like the older we get, I think that's really what matters.
Yeah,
you need to be
alignment
aligned.
is big. Yeah. And let me tell you, I mean, it was just, a little while ago, before the new year, I was talking to somebody and, we were dating, trying to see how it go because we were in a friend space previously.
Yeah.
And, as I'm getting to know him more and know his like character and things, and it was nothing against him. He's not a bad person.
Yeah.
But you realize like, even though somebody has a lot of qualities that you like, right? Like, oh, I want my man to be able to cook. I want my man to do this. I want my woman to do that and this and that. But when it comes to like their personality and their character, you realize even though they do all these things that you like they still may not be the person that is aligned for you.
True.
True. And that was like really big. And it just came to it like, you know what? And it's like, we don't talk now, which is sad because, we were actually like cool, but it's like at the same time, like, yo, we just don't fit. Like, we just don't get along. Like,
and I think
like the
you're a
relationship
pessimist. I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't work. Like, you don't even think you're nagging, but you are. Like, you don't think you're a complainer, but you are. And because I'm always positive about something, I'm unrealistic.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we don't align.
You're pacifying their ego too.
Yeah.
By not being straightforward with them because you feel like they're gonna react a certain way. And it's gonna blow everything else.
That's the other thing. I don't think a lot of people, for me anyways, because I mean that's just how I was raised with my mom anyway, is to be straightforward.
Yeah.
And sometimes you could be a little too straightforward.
Yeah.
But
Scorpio energy.
Big Scorpio energy. But at the same time, I feel like people are not used to people really telling them what's up.
Yeah.
And that was the problem with him. I was just like, and he's like, oh, you're always criticizing me. I'm like, I'm not criticizing you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
but if I am, why? Why am I doing it? Are you listening to what I'm saying? I'm saying these things over and over so you get it. Like it's just like you might say some crazy shit to me. I'm gonna repeat the question.
Yeah.
What you said to me.
Right, because I need you to hear it.
I want you to hear
That's how I am.
It's not me trying to be dismissive.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're asking me why I'm not talking. Sam, you ain't talking. I'm not talking. Have you asked yourself why I'm not talking?
Right.
Yeah, because you don't want to.
It's lit.
Or you're not receiving of what the fuck I'm saying because you're sitting there with your arms crossed. Because you see it on your fucking Real Housewives TV show.
It's lit.
See how these motherfuckers be acting, but it's like, I know a lot of us emulate what we see. You know what I mean? Subconsciously. Like, if you watch a TV show, you might emulate it some way, somehow, because you're digesting it every day.
Yeah.
There's no way that you would know it.
Yeah.
But the other people, like, my thing is telling people, like, yo, why are you raising your voice? I'm not raising my voice. Yo, whoa. You are raising your voice.
Decibels are a little high.
It's lit.
Like, listen to how I'm talking. Listen to how you're talking. And listen that I'm not talking. And
you're the
I'll only one talking.
Lower.
Yeah. But they feel like that's gaslighting.
Right.
When people you start getting loud, I'm gonna start getting low.
That's gaslighting.
Because I'm like, I don't know why you're raising, because I don't raise my voice at people.
But see, I'll ask you so that way you understand that you're doing it. I'm not trying to come at you. I just want you to be aware. I'm not trying to be right.
I think most people are not evolved enough, are not healed enough.
Or you listen with your own ears.
Right. Yeah. Don't really listen to understand, but listen to respond. Yeah. That's another thing.
Yeah.
That's why I said, earlier in the social, I'm really listening to understand.
I learned that with my shorty. Yeah. Like, I was like, yo, because sometimes she used to say like, oh, you want to be right. I'm like, yo, I'm not even trying to be right. I just want you to be like heard. Like, I want you to know what you're doing. But you might feel like I'm nagging or picking things, but these might be the things that other people don't say about you. That's the difference between the guy that you're with versus the people you're around.
Right.
They're gonna,
they
not
tell you what you want to hear.
Exactly. Yeah. But when you hear, I'm gonna tell you, yo, why are you yelling?
Right. And it's the job, like when you're in a relationship, and this is the part where he was like, oh, you're always criticizing me. And it's like, no, I'm not. I want you to be better because I'm getting to know you and I'm investing in you.
Yep.
Right. And if you're with me,
you're representing me out there.
Like, then we have to be. And it's the same thing for me. Like he says, oh, Diane, do you know I'm not perfect? Nobody is.
No.
And it's just like, if you say, oh, Diane, you da-da-da-da-da. And I was just like, really? I do? Yeah. And I'm like, well, I guess,
I received that though.
I guess you're right.
Like I've been told, like, I don't like the way you say things. Okay, I respect that. Okay, how do you like me to say it?
That's the follow-up question. But they don't be having an answer.
How do you like me to say it? Like, I don't know, say it softer. How would you like me to say it? Give me an example. Yeah. I can't give you an example right now. Like, hold on. That's my biggest pet peeve.
We're trying to tone police.
See,
that's my biggest pet peeve. Like, if I ask you a question because you're bothered by something,
you should have a solution.
Please.
That's how I feel.
Be solution based.
Yeah, like we're not gonna just talk about the problem. Okay, how do we fix it?
And it's not just me.
And come prepared.
Right. It's not just me though.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a relationship with somebody, it's a yin and yang.
See, those are the things when you have to realize: is this really the person for me?
If
is it not?
If we ain't, Like I tell women, even in my past, like I'd be like, I don't like cycles. I don't want to argue, hate each other, make up, and then in like 3 days argue all over again.
We talking about making money. We talking about building life. We talking about doing way too much.
I also like my peace.
No, I can't.
You feel me? And I want you to be a part of my peace.
Yes.
As a man,
is important.
I'm not sacrificing.
As I've gotten older, I value my peace so much.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I want you to be a part of it. But if you disturb my peace, then you
gotta go. Period.
You gotta go.
I've also got no contact with my whole family because
it's lit.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing
no contact with your family.
I have got no contact with my whole family.
I can agree.
And people, it's like a. I think
that happened when you went to Houston, right?
After, now that I'm back,
when you came back.
Well, I've had a death in the family recently, so I've had to go back in contact with people. Yeah. But it's further, like, really solidified. Oh, after this,
it gave me more confirmation.
I'm going back. It's like I don't not because my thing is like I think we all come. Yeah, virtue. We come. Yeah. We all have our stuff with us, but you know, you go through a healing process, and like for me, one of my things is like, you know, I've been going, you know, dealing with a lot of my traumas, and you know, you get so much perspective. Yeah,
you did the shadow work,
and then, but I think people get triggered by it.
Yep.
And then also, like, I've learned, like, I was telling Diane about a thing that happened recently with my family. And I was a little disappointed by the responses I got from people.
Really?
Yeah. And I felt like it wasn't surprising. It was just kind of disappointing. But I think I had more language for it. Because I was like, it brought me back to how I felt growing up as a kid. Like the rejection, feeling abandonment. And I think for me, not feeling protected. Because when you grow up in a narcissistic family, people would like... You are just expected to accept abuse. And I feel like that's what, you know, when we talk about relationships, I've had to look at a lot of my patterns and realize, wow, there's a lot of things I accepted because I was taught to just accept bad behavior.
Right.
And I say, like, I don't really have a lot of regrets. A lot of the regrets I do have are things I didn't say or for tolerating situations for too long. That's really it.
I think it starts with your family. Like,
I
know family don't ever want to hear that because they don't want to feel like they're a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't want to feel like, oh, I'm causing you any grief or any stress or anything like that. But it is.
Yeah.
Right? Because we've learned to accept it because people are teaching us, yo, that's just family.
Right. That's your blood relative.
That's your mother. That's your father. That's your cousin. You still got to love them.
No.
I'm like, yo.
I've grown up and just, I don't know, I want to say probably for like the last maybe like 5 years. So probably like in my mid-late 30s. Like I've gotten more vocal with both of my parents, and they're awesome, they're amazing, but nobody's perfect. In reality, you have to think about your parents not even just as parents, they're people, and they've had their own experiences and their own traumas, and they're just trying to navigate how to be the best parents that they're trying to be for you too, right? So it's like it's a man and it's a woman. They just happen to have you as a child, you know, and they're just trying their best. But I've been more vocal in letting them know, hey, like I can't tolerate that anymore.
Yeah.
And if this is what you're going to do, then I will not have to speak to you for a couple days.
It's lit.
You know, like it just is what it is.
And don't call my phone only asking for shit. Biggest pet peeve.
Or bringing me drama.
Don't tell me with family only when you need something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we family all the time.
Yeah,
so if we family, make sure you check on me. I'll check in on you. I'm not always big on phones. I can admit that.
It's lit.
But I'll send you a text. But the family I don't agree with is the ones that don't talk to you but watch your stories. Watch your events.
Weird.
That's everybody.
See, but I don't like it. But I'm only going to call out family.
That's like
I don't call out friends because you know being friends is fickle, right? But if you're family and you have my number, but you watch my story because you see Diane sharing something, it's like
it's weird.
You know what I mean? It's weird energy.
Yeah, a lot
big
of y'all
energy,
very
like,
weird.
And I don't entertain it.
But I peep it early.
To piggyback off of that too, it's kind of funny though because those be the first ones when they see you in public trying to tell you what you're doing with your whole life.
That's very true.
And I'm like, damn, I did that. Oh, I forgot. Well, thank you for being a news broadcaster on
very true.
You know, you being a reporter on my life.
I was gonna drop a little bomb, but I'm gonna spare folks.
All right, I like that.
It's lit.
I like it.
I was gonna drop a
spare him. It's the Lord's day.
That's maturity right there.
Yeah, I was gonna spare him, but I know like I've learned that like when you live in your truth and when you're someone who confronts things, because people think like conflict is bad, and I'm like, conflict is necessary.
It's healthy.
And if you're somebody who just wants to keep the peace, I realize you're not my people. You're not safe.
No, you're right.
You're not safe. Yeah.
Right.
Because
if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall
I don't
for
believe
everything.
in getting along just to go along.
Yeah.
Or whatever that quote is.
It's lit.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. one of my siblings just happened to mention in passing, like, oh, this was said, da-da-da. And I'm like, okay. And so I reach out to the other sibling, like, you know, like, can we talk?
Yeah.
We haven't spoken in a couple of years.
And
I try to bring it up, like, you know, and they hung up on me.
Yeah.
In mid-conversation.
But you got to accept that some people ain't receiving.
And that's fine.
Had that conversation.
And that's
fine.
About people in their capacities.
Yeah.
And I, so then I was like, you know what? In the group chat, I literally wrote this long text and I was like, listen, you know, I just became aware that this information was being shared. I didn't realize y'all knew. I thought I was sparing folks the details and the drama or whatever. Yep. And that's fine. I was like, you know, I can't stop Lummy from sharing her version of events. That's fine.
It's your life.
Yeah, but you're not going to talk about something that personally affects me directly and then also be using it to misalign me and paint me as like a liar or paint me when that's not, when I have hardcore facts about it. You know what I mean? And I dropped the evidence and I was like, I promise you. And I don't mean this to be malicious or mean, but I'm being very serious. If I hear anything from anybody, I'm clearing it up. And I don't care who feels what type of way.
I feel you. Yeah. Me, I let it go. I don't care.
Oh, like this situation?
I've learned not to like.
That's that Taurus.
If you got, like
no, not this one.
Because me, I don't like shit fucking up my energy. I don't like shit throwing me out of alignment, and I don't care if somebody has a rumor because if you know me,
it's not a rumor, and it's so. But I told you,
but talking about you and your personal business, like
no, I get it.
I've learned like you got to ignore it all. Right, because if you would respond,
I usually do.
They know,
but I feel like
they got you.
Yeah, I usually do, and I know they're thinking I'm gonna continue to do that. But I think in this particular, I pick my battles.
Things have to be addressed.
Yeah, and
I feel you.
This particular situation, it has to be addressed.
I don't address certain things because for me, I know how I'll get.
Right.
And so me, I feel like, all right, I'm not sparing people, but I'm just also protecting my energy and my peace.
I'm with you on that. I let most things slide.
I'll let it slide.
Yeah, I let, but this
depending
one,
on how the level of disrespect. Depending on how
this one,
we're
not letting it slide.
No, I feel you.
We're not letting it.
Listen, I love this. Like y'all got great radio voices, especially Diane.
Yeah, she do.
You got a great radio voice.
She does.
You know, I was told that twice this week.
Listen, you should think about doing I want to say a podcast. Because I don't want to.
Well, speaking of,
okay.
So there's a couple of things that we need to talk about.
Yeah,
but we're going to talk about this first. So Jen and I are embarking, on something amazing.
Sounds like it's money.
It will be
absolutely.
Meaning, once you embark on it, it's going to start bringing in revenue.
Oh, absolutely.
Jen, do you want to do the unveiling of the name, or are we going to unveil the name?
Yeah.
Okay,
so we have a project, a podcast, a lot of things, a brand called Society Noir.
It's lit.
And for us, it is kind of the intersection of like community, culture, and business.
Okay.
Because I think those are the things we embody.
Right.
So it is a lifestyle podcast.
Globally.
Yeah. A global lifestyle podcast, but as well as also a brand that we're embarking on. Talk about conversations. So a lot of things we talked about here, we're going to talk about. But for us, like I think for me, having been in a lot of different places, you know, I have community in other places, and I think it's really important to
use those resources.
Yeah, for sure. Tap into those communities.
Yeah.
Right.
Even like I mentioned the Peach Cobbler Company. The reason I was excited is because I had connected with them in
Florida, right?
Yeah, they didn't know who I was, but I went in there. Whenever I like a business, I always want to know like who's the owner.
Who's the owner.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have multiple locations, I think in Georgia and Florida. So to see it like on TikTok, like, oh snap, y'all are coming to Boston. Like I want to know what is bringing y'all to Boston, especially as Black folks, you know? So I think it's important to have those conversations and create a platform for that.
Okay.
And I think just to talk about us as well as like as entrepreneurs, as women,
right?
You know,
as women in a business,
yeah,
and hearing you guys who are out here doing it too, right? So you can attest to that, like because you've tried, you've thrown things at the wall, things didn't work. You moved for God, moved back with God. You feel me?
It's lit.
You can attest to
I was mad about that.
But like I tell people, like I want to hear people on these platforms who have the experience and not people speaking from opinion, right? Because you were afraid to take the risk or the leap.
Right.
I want to hear from the people like Diane who's thrown events where it was difficult or it was difficult with the business, difficult with the promoters, difficult with the DJ. These are all things that she can add to the conversations for you to look out for
that.
But it's also coming from your peoples. You feel me? Like I want Black women to get information that's going to help Black women. You know what I mean?
It's lit.
Respectfully, I like the white people also. Shout out to the white people that help us out.
We love everybody.
Yeah,
but the other people have to understand that we're under a different microscope. You feel me?
And we operate differently, women. And we're all that. I say it all the time. We're all we got.
We are.
So we have to build these bridges of connection and of opportunity. And we have to allow our people to step on our backs and on our shoulders and help lift each other up.
It's lit.
And,
everybody's not going to say good shit about you.
And when you get there, don't forget to put your hand back down and pull somebody else back up.
Please.
Because a lot of people forget that. And they get the opportunity to sit at that table. And they just look at themselves and whoever else is at that table and forget to turn backwards and pull your fellow man or woman up.
It's
lit. Can't be like that.
No one's an island.
No, you do. And that's why I believe in feeding the ecosystem, right? Yeah. And I'm always going to say that because it's like, the Black community is the ecosystem for us. The Asian have their own community. They have Chinatown and all that stuff. You acknowledge it, but I also see how some Black people be mad when they see other people in the neighborhood. It's like, yo, you got to take some accountability in that if you sold your business to them.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you can't be mad about
it. And it's their values, and it's their values that they're brought up with as a family. They're brought up to stick together.
Yes.
They don't leave the nest.
At all.
It will be like 100 people in one house, and they have their own susu. Yep. And so when it's this person's time, then this person, you going to get a house now? You going to buy a business? Yep. Okay, we're done with you. Yep. Now, okay, go get your business, go get your house. Boom. Now it's this person's turn. Now you go to get the house, you go get the business. We don't operate like that.
Yeah,
unfortunately, we tear each other down so much, and we have to be so independent of each other, and we're too busy like trying to show each other up.
Yeah.
So, but we go back out into the world and we create platforms like this.
Yep.
Like It's Lit.
Yep.
Our new platform that we're coming out with, Society Noir.
It's lit.
We got the other Boston. We got Diane Vivian Productions and many other platforms in Boston that help pave the way and keep it going.
Listen, I appreciate y'all, man. Like, this is great.
We appreciate you.
How was this, Genevieve? Was this good for you? I know you were showing up like, I don't know.
I did not.
Hold on, sis. You came in the room. Funny. You came in the room. You was like, shit, you got the lights, the cameras. Let me see what Diane does. Hold on.
It's lit.
Let me see if
she came in the room like, Society Noir needs this.
Yeah, I did. I was already asking you about pricing. Like, what you do? How much you charge?
She came in the room.
I'm always trying to help. I'm always trying to help.
Listen, my brain always be thinking. I'll be like,
That's
what you want, though.
Yeah.
You want people that are good at connecting the dots.
Right.
You feel me?
That's it. And I just want to drop May 16th from 4 to 8 at the ICC in Canton, which is happening. It's my next event. It's the Welcome Summer Cookout Fest, which is featuring and highlighting my bingo series.
Okay.
I have a Trap House bingo series and a Soca bingo series. So they're going to be versing each other.
Okay.
I have 4 DJs. I have DJ Chubby Chub, DJ Dex.
Shout out to DJ Chubby Chub. He's
DJ
a big supporter of us
Mighty.
too.
Yeah. DJ. He actually is doing a big show the following Saturday, I believe, on the 30th, where it's like a hip hop iconic show that is happening here in Massachusetts, actually. But DJ Ox Mighty and DJ Warlock. I'm gonna have like 3 to 4 food vendors. They're gonna be out there with the smokers, the grills. It's at an outdoor pavilion at a tent.
Fire.
The vibes is gonna be vibing because I am the queen of fire ass venues and events. You know what I mean? So.
Tell the people where they can find you guys.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook at Diane Vivian Productions. For Instagram, it's Diane_Vivian_Productions.
It's lit.
Yeah.
What about you, Genevieve?
And before we tell people,
I'm sorry.
I want to shout out the Hustle List. I'm part of the committee that's doing the rent party where we are sponsoring a business to pay their rent.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a brickstone? Like somebody who's got a brick and mortar?
Yeah, like a brick and mortar.
Okay.
And so we're doing a rent party on April 25th at 9 p.m. I think we just changed the venue. I can't remember where, but please come out and support. It is to give back to the community. It is to support a local business. So we need that support. And then as far as social media, I'm on Instagram and TikTok as The Other Boston. And then personal is Genevieve Angelique.
Now, how the hell you spell that? Because when
Genevieve?
she said, listen, everybody don't know how to spell that. Hold on.
You
got a unique name.
Genevieve.
Who gonna know that, girl?
It's not that hard.
Who gonna know that, girl?
You could try.
You because you've been drawing it for years
on
paper. She sent it. I was like, who?
You could try.
He really did though.
I was like, who? Because I'm looking at it like, Jenna, how the fuck do I say?
I just screenshot him like,
yeah. When she said that, I'm like, oh, we already follow her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big supporters. Like, we didn't have to follow you this morning. You
Men support. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Sometimes you may not even know somebody personally, but it's okay to support. It's okay to share. It's okay to plug somebody's name in a room that their feet may not be touching at that moment. I'm big on that. Yeah. Big on putting people in a position. You know, you never know what connections could be made.
For sure.
Listen, I'm glad y'all showed up. I hope you guys appreciate the hospitality and the conversation.
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm going to have to tell your girlfriend, I'm going to have to bother you. I'm going to have to borrow you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of hospitality.
I'll go upstairs, go get her ass. You know what I mean?
It's lit. You see the drinks. He had the cups wrapped in the paper towels. He had a bucket of ice.
He had the paper towels wrapped around the glasses. I'm like,
I want y'all to know it's clean.
Who are you?
Right. We appreciate it.
Because my thing is like, I've gone to people's platforms.
All that.
And it's not like, you know, it's like, you give me a red cup. I don't want a red cup. Like, because some of us are people.
Sam got class.
Yeah, like, and I want you and your platform to get seen. You feel me? And if it's not like up to par, because I think we all have a
standard.
Standard. Like, I'm not bougie. I just got a standard.
Yeah,
like, and some people will tell me like, "Oh, you bougie." Like, nah, bro, just get your glasses. Like, you gotta get a red cup.
You can go to Dollar Tree for $1.25.
You feel me?
It don't have to.
Tree now.
No, I know. We ain't knocking Dollar Tree. Ain't nothing wrong with Dollar Tree.
Hold on.
No, but my point is, it don't take a lot of effort or a lot of money.
No, it takes effort. Yeah. That's what I want people to understand. It takes effort.
Because Sam definitely went out his way because those paper towels weren't just put on those glasses. They were folded.
Feel me?
They were folded.
Wash them shits with gloves on. You
feel me?
Without a rubber band too.
Make sure y'all showed up.
And
the room was nice. All that shit. You didn't have to wait for nothing.
It matters.
Make sure you got some air freshener
on the table.
You feel me? Listen,
you know,
get your nice little ratchet drink with some XXL or some shit. You know what I mean?
He got Moet on the table. This is hospitality at its finest.
You take that with you. You take that with you. No, take that with you. It's lit. I always try to give people a bottle to take because I know everybody doesn't drink, but it's like you never know. One day you can bring it somewhere, and you and Genevieve could be one day sitting out thinking about y'all shit.
We're gonna, we don't really drink like that. I really don't. I don't drink like that. But we're gonna pop that when we do our first episode.
It's lit.
I'm gonna get y'all a bigger bottle. I got you. I got you.
Look,
you gonna be producing it. Yeah.
It don't matter. I'm gonna make
sir, we already here.
I'm gonna make
sure already trying to figure out. We gotta get a backdrop.
That's already done.
All that. And then when y'all want to do these little mixes, I got the big room over there also. It's gonna be fire.
Listen, I was already with you when you were showing it. I already knew what we were talking about.
You already see what I was doing, right?
Yeah, I already knew what you were talking about.
I got the outdoor deck with the grills and all that shit.
I'm already a couple steps ahead. I already peeped it.
It's lit. I'm glad y'all came through. Y'all appreciated it. And
thank you.
Anybody else y'all want to shout out?
It's lit. Big shout out.
Anything else y'all got? Anything else y'all want to put on?
Listen,
awareness?
Make sure y'all get them tickets for May 16th.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll be there.
It's going to be crazy vibes. So make sure you do. Get those tickets off Eventbrite.
It's lit.
It's lit.